Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night. Whenever you're listening, we are the On the Record podcast crew. I am DJ Intence, your host of the most. And to my right, Ceddy said, how are you doing, sir?
It's a rainy day in New York.
Bro.
I've been off all day. Dude, this civilian life is not for me. I need to work on weekends, man.
I didn't get my cues, but I apologize.
I was saying the same thing this Sunday work. Even, I was like, I don't like Sundays.
No, Sundays I can't work Sundays. I need my Sundays off. But Friday and Saturday, I need to work, man. I'm doing for real, man. Like, listen, man. I ain't gonna lie. I do this working at nighttime with some of these clubs ish like that. But you know what it is?
Hey man, we going crazy on this side.
You want to hide it for the world? I'm gonna put it out there.
You know what I mean? I'm
Don't hide it.
But you know what it is, though? I'm getting a lot of overtime. I'm taking care of money to take care of. The taxman's on my ass, as always. So I'm taking care of that as well. So
So you gotta find loopholes.
I'm not rich, unfortunately, so I can't do that. All right, I'm gonna talk to you after the podcast.
There we go.
Yeah, you can. The guy that's leading, the land of the free. He got loopholes.
Listen, man, you see, I worked out for some of these rappers who co-signed with that guy, and look how it worked out for them.
We wouldn't get that open discussion, too.
It didn't work out that well, did they?
List of cats,
Dude,
bro.
somebody was crashing out as we speak in Florida land.
Where's your MAGA caps, bro? Put it on.
He get these superpowers.
Put it on. Where's it go?
I think I'm Superman. Like, dumbass.
Yo, why isn't he underneath the clothes in the closet? Now put it on. Let me see it.
Don't hide it. Let the world see it.
No.
Shame.
That should be the new red letter. That should be the new red letter for black people right now. You're a MAGA hat, right? You're a MAGA Republican, right? Guess what? We're gonna shame you to the oblivion right now, man. Where are these faces? These Robert Smiths, these Cartier brothers, the officer, whatever that piece of ish is.
Y'all kept taking a blue pill. Y'all don't want it no more? Take the blue pill. Take the blue pill. Take the blue pill.
Oh my God. Hey. Oh, how y'all doing in Latino land? How y'all doing? And I can speak it because I'm from Latino. ¿Qué pasa? Trompos. What's going on? How you doing?
Oh, here we go. Here's the one.
They're twerking it up?
Yeah, in Spanish. You can't say it correctly. I'm sorry. See, listen. My mom, listen, I'm Afro Latino. I can see this ish. I can speak my ish.
Honestly, the real question is, did that band get paid?
I doubt it. I need to get the residuals off the plays on Spotify and Apple Music if they actually get on those platforms.
Maybe they were guaranteed a free trip to the White House, and then after the Trump got in office, they said,
"Thank you for the lovely song.
Man.
Thank you for the lovely song." But now I must say to you in your own language, "Adios, muchachos."
Yeah.
To the southern border you go.
And to his right, my left, I am Walt. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm pretty good. I never
Well,
bought a MAGA cap.
Is your new name? Can we still call you I am Walt? Or because you change your name now.
I mean, it's supposed to be. It's not real.
Wow. So what is your new name now?
It's IG Walt 1090_.
Oh, damn, Chase. Oh, I understand. I changed my name as well. IG, because I'm getting what it is. I'm getting what's called. I'm getting that
shadow band.
Pretty much. Nobody sees my stories anymore.
I see it.
I don't see the faces on the bottom though. The thing anymore.
Social media.
I mean, sometimes you gotta shadow brand the truth in favor of the MAGA caps, bro. Gotta happen.
Yeah, unfortunately. That's what we live in.
God bless America.
Hey, shit.
Celia Cruz is rolling her grave.
God bless America. The real question is, how many of y'all going back? I'm not talking about America.
Because right now, you see what's going on right now? That ghoulish,
6 months later.
that ghoulish dog shooting piece of ish Chrissy Noon was in El Salvador the other day, flexing in front of a cage at the most dangerous prison on God's green earth. One of the most dangerous prisons in El Salvador. The makeup Max. Mm-hmm. She was right there showing her white privilege, wearing a $60,000 Rolex watch on her wrist. That's more than all of our salaries, man.
Because when you're behind bars, you can be so bold.
Like she's looking at those things. Have those security guards who are tooled up to the nines? Because if they weren't tooled up the way they were, like on some World War III ish, they would have ran her like a train,
or have one of them turn on them.
Yeah,
she lucky Vladimir Putin and pull up. Yo, let me see that.
Because they love them white girls down there. I'll tell you right now.
You talking about the Robert Kraft story?
I give it back. Give what back?
Walt memory is sharp, my boy.
Yeah.
Walt brought up the Robert Kraft story.
How he lost his ring to Putin.
His ring to Putin.
Like, give it back.
Yo, let me see it.
Give what back.
Okay. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna walk away.
Let me see the ring. Hey, Governor, can I see the ring?
No, let me see that.
Let me see that ring.
This is just a
very nice ring.
Very nice.
Is that ring platinum?
Hold on a second, I'll be right back.
Now give it back. Give what back.
It was Mr. Putin on me. He just left.
Hey, you crazy Americans.
I've been.
They crazy Americans. You think you kill that stealing in my own home country?
It's mine now.
Get out.
No, I gotta have that back.
Give what back?
Let's make
The
another
ring
one.
on your hand.
What
sir.
ring? You give me no ring. You see any ring? Vladimir? You see any ring? Sergey?
That's when someone goes behind you. It's okay, sir. Just
it's time to leave.
we'll talk about it later. Yes, sir. Yeah, that ring feels nice on your finger, right? Yeah, it sure does.
One of these days, I'm gonna set him up. I'm gonna give him a fake.
It's like, so like, yo, Graf, I think it's time to leave.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave because I want to, get that radiation tea drink.
Oh,
and
my
I heard
God.
so you're famous for.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What, too soon?
That came around, that smacked me in the head.
What?
Whoa.
What?
Oh, man.
That one.
Yeah, were those stories?
Man.
Oh, my
We moved to
gosh.
this country and get that radiation poisoning.
Because they were going to Chernobyl.
So mysteriously get that radiation poisoning in a shot or in a drink or whatever. Like, wonder how that happened.
Listen, man.
Anywhere in the world. The guys in England, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the defectors who reported against Putin. What happened? Him and his daughter got affected by that some isotope poisoning, some ish in a park. She survived, but he died.
So at the end of the day, I don't need to send the boogeyman to get you. I just
He is the boogeyman.
I just gotta make a call and be like, yo, just sit this in the cup. Don't say nothing. You know?
Right.
His
That's
favorite
it.
coffee shop is what?
Oh.
Kathy's Bagels.
Hey.
Yeah, we
He
make it
comes
stop.
in at this time and gets that. Gets
There you
this.
go.
Yeah.
Say less.
Like, there are stories out there in which people were like given the worst type of poisoning.
Yeah.
And all took
Heck.
one syringe shot.
Remember the guy though on the plane?
Yeah.
The defector dude? When they had to go on the plane and bring him off because he got sick?
It could have.
And he still flew back
It's crazy.
and got immediately locked up. Never heard from him again.
Yep.
Crazy.
So,
Yeah, you ain't trying to get
Put him
locked up
somewhere
in
where no one can
Russia. They throw
smell
the key over there.
cold world outside.
Dude, Siberia is no place to mess around with, man.
Oh,
Those
man.
prisons, the gulag, yeah.
I'm all right.
So, where should I? Where should I?
There's a lot of places to go, man.
Tell me about it. Where's my phone, man?
I have like two stories. I have that. It's that's one's very relevant to what's going on this week.
So one of my stories,
But
Ceddy said, you born 80.
3.
Okay, so you have years on me. You ever heard about the Happy Land fire?
I heard of it.
You ever heard about it, Walt?
No.
So this is gonna be. I was in the city, and someone was passing a flyer about Happy Land. I'm like, what the hell's Happy Land? Do a little research. So the Happy Land was actually a nightclub in the Bronx,
Oh, okay.
I heard of
and
it, yeah.
it was a very popular club.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened was that an act of arson killed 87 people on March 25th. So it was the anniversary of that day. And that happened, 45 years ago?
God dang. I'm 42
Jeez,
next month.
that is crazy.
Dude, I heard of the Happy Land fire
No. 30 years ago.
30 years ago?
Because I'm going to be 40 this year.
Jeez.
All right, so
So
wow.
35 years ago it happened.
I heard of the fire. I heard
Yeah.
of it, yeah.
So, I
So
wasn't
it was
even
a
born
social-
yet. I was
No,
gonna be
you
born
were
that year.
born. Yeah. It was a social club. It was an unlicensed social club. It was in the Bronx. Most of the victims were young people, Hondurans,
Mhm.
celebrating Carnival. Many of them from the Cuban refugees. So here's how it broke down, right?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna give you the short version. There was an employee that was there, a female employee. She was working coat check. Apparently, her and her boyfriend was on the rocks. On the way out,
I know what's that. I already know the story already.
and he actually threw gasoline into the front stairwell, lit it on fire, and walked off.
Let me guess, that's the only exit.
That was one of the only exits to the establishment.
There you go.
And 87 people died.
I remember that story.
I think it was out of 93, because 6 only survived.
Holy crap.
And most of the people died because of smoke inhalation. Most people died because of trampled. Well, the most of them was smoke inhalation. It was so bad of the smoke that people actually died with drinks still in their hands.
Wow.
When they found their bodies.
That is crazy. Dude, I remember that story. It was on Channel 7 News back in the day. I remember that story also well. But Ross Abrams used to say, damn, I am old. I am so old. I said Ross Abrams.
That dude committed it and just left?
Because he was drunk and mad at his girlfriend. Because I think they broke up and he didn't want her to be in coat check anymore. Whatever the purpose was. And he set it on fire and killed his girlfriend and everybody else in it.
Wow. That's crazy.
So how it went was that...
Did he ultimately
the guy
arrested, or did he like off himself or something like that?
No.
You went to jail for the rest of his life, I think, right?
Yeah, he's in jail. So basically, his girlfriend was in coat check. He wanted her to quit. She said she didn't want to. And she didn't want to be with him anymore.
Because he probably thinks that she's cheating on him with people at the club.
I don't know what it was.
No, that's the mentality. I can tell you from flat out. That's
he was
what it
thrown
is.
out the club by a bouncer. He said, I'm going to shut this place down. Came back later on. Went to an Amoco gas station. At the time, bought $1 worth of gas. This is in the 90s. So he probably either got a gallon and a half or 2 gallons worth of gas. Spread the fuel at the base of the staircase, the only access to the club, and then lit it on fire.
Premeditated.
Is it one floor building, right?
Yeah, so it's in the basement.
So they're
2
trapped.
floors. They were trapped, yeah. 87 people died. 19 bodies were found downstairs. The others upstairs. 6 bodies were found within several feet of the front door. Some of those trapped punched a hole through the wall to the Union Hall to attempt to escape. Most of the deaths were from asphyxiation or trampling. The club was filled with toxic smoke so quickly that victims were found with drinks still in hand.
Can you imagine killing 87 people because you got pissed off at your girlfriend leaving you? Like, can you imagine?
A lot of emotionally disturbed. Man, that shit is... I mean... Listen, it goes back to
emotionally insecure, man.
But it's emotional disturbance. It goes back to what we've discussed in the past when it comes to stuff like that. Think about it. You're so irked and disturbed that not only that you want to kill your girlfriend who wants nothing to do with you anymore for whatever reason. You also killing people who have nothing to do with it.
Yep. And he was drunk at the time.
And ruined so many people's lives, families. You know, kids go out their fathers or mothers, brothers without their sisters. You know what I mean? Like parents without their children. Like they're all gone.
And what's selfish about it is just like any loved ones that you have out there that's related to you, they're affected as well
for the rest of their lives.
And stuff like that because they have people look at them crazy that they did nothing to. And stuff like that. But because they're associated or tied to you, it's like
imagine 87 families destroyed.
That's a lot.
87 families.
174 people.
Jeez.
That you directly affected. That's more than father.
That's the low. And that's low ball.
That's a low ball. We're not even talking about if those people had
associates,
kids,
friends.
Yeah.
You know, those people had grandparents too. So yeah, 87 people died that day because of one person's action.
And he's lucky as hell. The death penalty went out in the 70s because we still had it today.
Oh,
there's something in New York. Oh, he'll be fried like by Con Edison.
Yeah,
electrocuted.
So we had
he's lucky.
One. Ding Dong. The witch is back in jail. Selena's killer.
Oh, thank God. Woo, that. Woo, man, no comment. I'm not gonna get hers.
Oh, she never gets out.
Me neither. Me too.
Dude, her parole hearing is in 2030. I mean, she'll be dead.
If it's up to me, she getting denied, bro.
Oh, no, without question, getting denied. Listen, we said it from online. A lot of us online were saying flat out, yo, you get out of here, the prison,
bro.
you get a bitty bitty bomb up upside the head.
No, real talk.
So this Yolanda Saldivar? Saldivar. She was a woman that was convicted of killing Selena. For those that know, Selena was a mega pop star.
Tejano singer.
A Tejano singer in the 90s.
Beautiful woman.
Beautiful woman.
It's trying to cross over to American audience as well.
She was on her way.
Well on her way.
Yep. You can say Selena would have been...
Like, before Aaliyah, you had Selena.
Yeah.
I feel like that's... Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like that would have been like the equivalent.
Yeah. So, or Madonna. She was projecting on that mega stardom from the Latin community and having crossover appeal.
She had mad love from the black community because she did a lot of songs for black artists on the circuit, and she got to sing her ass off. So
the reason behind the story of this woman killing Selena, she used to be her former manager, right?
President of the fan club, like advisor,
fan club. Then she run also the fan shop too as well.
I think so. Yeah,
like a boutique of hers, whatever. Found out the woman was stealing money.
Yep.
She was stiffing the fans too as well, and Selena had it, so she
called her out,
asked her off the projects, and Yolanda in retaliation wanted to meet up with her, met up with her in a hotel, pointed a gun at her and shot her in the shoulder actually, because when she was running away, she shot her. The bullet went through the shoulder, exit out around the chest area, and she died out because of internal bleeding.
Oh, damn.
And she's been in prison since what?
Since 94, 93, 94?
Selena get killed.
Bitch was killed in 93, 94.
Or, sorry, unalived, I should say. Selena.
I think she was killed in 93, 94. The movie came out around 97, I think.
Yeah, it came out in 97. So I think it was like, I think you're right. I think it was
she died in 95.
Oh, wow.
Actually, she...
You sure? I feel like it was earlier.
March 31st, 1995.
Wow.
So tomorrow is the anniversary of Selena.
Wow. The timing.
She died 5 days before her birthday.
Wow.
Well, no, sorry. Not 5 days. But just, from the court hearing. From the lady. So, yeah.
The parole hearing.
So she's been in jail since 1985.
And I hope she stays there for the rest of her days. Because she deserves no freedom at all.
Hey, Greg Abbott, you got one right.
Nah, I'm not giving that. Nah.
Well, Texas Pro Bowl, you got one right, okay?
Yeah, because you know what it is? If they consider so, trigger happy with the death penalty, she would have gotten it as well.
She would have, but
they really don't give death penalties to women at all.
Now.
I mean, they still do, but not like because in the 90s they were like flipping the switch on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm surprised she dodged the bullet in that one because, like, back in that day in the 90s, oh man, who was governor at the time? I think it was George H.W. Bush. Was Bush. And he made a whole song on Mad TV called Country Slammer, in which he was literally flipping the switch in the music video.
What the hell? Hold on.
Like, literally flipping the switch. Like, they were killing people like it was going out of style.
Yeah, that's why I hope she never gets out. Like, you was part of that, of a team of people from her brother, her sister, her mom
father.
And dad. Yep. Pretty much family, seeing this girl
come up,
whose star continues to grow and grow, and you decided to take
Snuff
money
her out
from her, where if you needed more money, I'm sure she probably just would have worked it out, or figured out something. But then after she calls you out on it and pretty much fires you, you decide to kill her. Why?
You know what it is, man? Because
that's dark, bro.
In her warped mind, she probably thought that I made Selena as much as she made herself. Her. And who is she to fire me? I helped run her club. I should get paid because I'm doing this, blase. That's the mentality of some of these people, unfortunately. You know what I mean?
Man,
so
yeah, you're right. It's just, man, it's dark.
It's sad because, like I said, when I heard her songs and then I heard When I'm Dreaming, that song.
When I'm Dreaming.
Yeah, I cannot
dude, that song. Whoo! Yeah, I get it. I get the feels because it's like that song hits.
It's a great song, but I just can't listen to it. When you watch that movie, you listen to that song and where it plays,
you will cry. I don't care who you are, man, woman, or child, you will cry. It will hit you hard.
I forgot. I remember watching the movie as a kid.
They play that song right
after she was killed.
As her parents and her family finds out when the doctor comes back, like letting them know that she passed away. She didn't make it.
Yeah,
that's where they start that song.
The first,
I heard they were trying to resuscitate her for a minute.
Yeah,
I believe it.
Selena,
I believe it.
And when you hear the first beats to the song, oh nah, see, nope, can't do it.
Now y'all maybe want to watch the movie again because I just remember seeing Selena as a kid.
Yeah,
especially because she's come on like Channel 11, UPN 9. USA,
or watching like
or TNT, whatever. It pop on whenever it pop on. You watch it.
Yeah,
but bro, there was like again, I don't know how accurate that movie is to her final days.
It was,
but the thing is, there was so many things happening. Like her fiance was kicked out.
Yeah,
then she fell in love with him and stuff like that. Then he was welcomed back in, and then that situation happens.
I think
with her, these were a lot of important moments happening right before she passed.
I think they touched on that in the movie a little bit, not a whole lot, but you know how these autobiographical films.
That's what I'm saying.
They go so much because remember you have to deal with the estate most often than not of the artist, and they'll let you tell the story to a limit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And sitting him with James Brown's estate when he did Get On Up. Sitting with what other movie? Ray Charles. He was still alive. Ray Charles was still alive. That's probably the most true to life autobiographical film we ever had.
Yeah, James Fox
was Ray.
Did an amazing job.
He killed it. Dude was still alive, telling his whole story. He let everybody know what it was. He was an addict. He had issues, and he dealt with racism and all that stuff.
They all had addicts back then.
No,
that's true
to a degree.
You know, I didn't know was really popping off like that. Marvin Gaye. I heard Marvin Gaye wasn't to play with, man.
Yeah.
Marvin Gaye had beef with a lot of people.
Him and Teddy Pendergrass.
Oh yeah. Teddy P. We knew that one. I knew that one, but I didn't know Marvin Gaye was out here moving like that. They said Marvin Gaye had beef with James Brown, Teddy P. Who else? Rick James.
But and they were bandmates, label mates on top of that.
Yeah.
But when you look at those type of men of that era and their mentality, like we can't imagine them being choir boys though.
Well, yeah. And know what it brings up to me? Know what? Whenever I heard about Marvin Gaye getting in beef, the first that come to mind is Walt saying, R&B singers are different, bro.
They are.
Listen, man, rappers. A lot of rappers will go back and forth like this. R&B just really put hands on you, bro.
There are times
really put hands on you, man.
There were times in which I remember this one story from the Tales of the Tour Bus.
Oh,
in which James Brown.
He took Marvin Gaye's wife.
Yeah, and the guy went to
no. Sorry,
another artist's wife.
I think James Brown did get Marvin Gaye, but he took another artist's wife.
Another artist took one of his girls.
Yeah.
And did a whole song about it.
Yep.
Dude went to his concert, rolled up with a couple of shotguns, and shot up the place. Dude had to dip in the back through the back.
Yeah, bro.
James Brown was not having that mess at all. Dude had two double-barrel shotguns,
ready to take him
down.
Lit
up the place. He shot it in the air
R&B dudes is different. I mean, look at what's his face. Aaron Hall. Aaron Hall has some of the coldest vocals ever.
And dude was the
coldest. You see that man talk? That dude. He might be the R&B equivalent to Vernon Maxwell, bro. He might be, I'm telling you,
bro.
That's a different man right there, bro.
That dude gives no F's. He was saying the most ridiculous ish on these podcasts.
We all messing around. We all humping around. Everyone's humping around, okay? We all humping around, all right?
They did Eiffel Towers. Like, wait, what the hell?
Yo, Aaron,
Yo, that's a wild boy. That's a wild boy.
You was there?
You was there, too?
Listen, bro. Statute of limitations is over. What you do, arrest me? Been 30, 40 years. I wish he would. Like, wait, what? Dude was wild. Like, who thought the guy who did a song called I Miss You? Dude is off the wall, man.
Shoot.
Yo.
You heard about Case and Mary J. Blige?
Oh, nah. See, that story is rough.
You seen that clip where that dude tried to hit on Bobby Brown or something like that? Bobby wasn't having it.
No.
Bobby Brown? Don't do it.
That Boston came out
Don't
quick.
Do it.
That South Side Boston Bass came out real quick.
Just because they can hold a note, sing a melody, don't get it twisted out here, bro. Hands and feet.
Bro was cocaine fuel and no F's to give, man.
Sure. That's because them Jackson 5 boys is out here dancing. Don't forget, they're from Gary, Indiana.
Yeah.
One of the most hardcore places on God's green earth.
Yeah.
I'm sure MJ got some stories that we never heard of him putting hands and feet on somebody.
We've heard the Tupac one.
Yeah, I did. I was
Bro.
shocked.
That him and Tupac was getting into it.
Because of what he did to one of his nieces, I think.
I think it was
Quincy Jones' daughter.
daughter.
Yeah. Like, yo,
And
watch
even
it.
that was a rocky start because at first she wasn't really rocking with Pop because he'd said some wild stuff about Quincy Jones.
Yeah.
Then eventually he won her over, but Mike was like, yo, don't you talking that crazy, man.
Watch it, man.
You know how Pac is like, yo, mind your business. Who you talking to?
Like, I bet you.
Can you imagine?
But you can't do nothing.
I bet you did. I mean, MJ came out in his deep voice. Yo, have you ever heard him play the game?
Let me talk to you.
Let me talk to you a second,
You ever played the game Ready to Rumble Boxing 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was his real voice.
Shit.
Michael Jackson, the artist.
I remember I seen an
That
interview
was
with Michael
real-
Jackson really talking.
No, but that's his real voice.
Like
in
his
the game.
real voice, yeah.
That was deep.
You can't win. The title's mine. Don't you know who you're messing with?
Like I bet he said to Tupac, "I'm so weird with you." Like, I will butt your ass. I will moonwalk on your face. What is wrong with you? You better watch what you say. That's my little niece right there. I will, dude. Don't let the fact that I talk real light fool you. I'm from Gary, Indiana.
You're not allowed here, you know. Listen, man. So that's why I'm saying, like, you know, we may see some of these dudes with these outlandish outfits, but don't put on the past. I'm talking about the likes of Prince. I'm talking about the likes of the Isley brothers.
Prince almost killed.
Putting nothing past them,
dude.
bro.
Prince almost killed MJ because of for being embarrassed during that live session he had with James Brown and Michael Jackson during the Motown 25. Dude, the video. You saw the video, right?
Nah, I didn't see the video.
Dude, Prince was so high and wasted during that whole jam session. He knocked one of the columns down, almost hit people with the column. It was on video. He was so embarrassed, he wanted to run over Michael Jackson with his car. And Mama Jackson was there with them, allegedly, with his sister, I think Rebe. Mm-hmm. And thank God he didn't fall through because he would have hit 3 people that night. He was so pissed. Like, dude, you were embarrassing one of his gods, James Brown. And Jackson knew he was up. And he told, yo, come on stage. Come on, Prince. Come on. And yo, that's petty.
Yeah, Prince is such a diva. I ain't gonna lie, man. That dude's
You ever saw the guy he was with, the bouncer? He was with the big ass, oversized Hulk Hogan dude.
Nah, I haven't
You ever
seen
saw
it.
Purple Rain? You saw Purple Rain, that big
I
dude?
seen the movie
I
Purple
seen
Rain.
the movie.
Remember the
Yeah.
beginning scene? The big
But that was
dude,
years
with
ago.
the big white dude, the big oversized black dude, like 6'5", 6'7",
No.
white dude, like he looked like Hogan but bigger. Dude, he was running under him like a freaking an elephant through the crowd to get to the stage, and he was like this, like with his hair. Dude, he was so messed up. It's ridiculous. Look, it's on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, look it up. I'm telling you, I'm not lying to y'all. Look it up.
Listen, but I'm not surprised, man. Shoot. Wait, about these type of R&B dudes having smoked back in the day. You remember what was it? Was it the Temptations? Where he's like, ain't nobody come see you.
I'm gonna come see you, Otis.
Yo, and somebody talking to me like that,
I'm over the ass.
Yo, let's go talk about this.
Let's talk about the roles. Let's talk about
Put the cameras down. Put the cameras down.
No, let's talk about the roles. Wait, come on, bro.
Come on.
Come rough. Come on,
No, put the cameras down. The mic is on? No, it's not on. Take the mic off and put the cameras on. Let me talk to you. Go talk. We're going for a walk. We're going to talk. Don't be scared. Go for a walk, bro.
5 minutes later.
That's yo.
You want to see my man? Like, I fell.
Listen, man.
Jimmy said, put the cameras. Let me talk to you.
Yo.
Do you think what you say is conducive to your health?
Bro, I will put you in the hospital. You be drinking through a straw. All right, let me put the hands on you, boy. Man.
Yo, let me tell you something. If you ever if you're about to go down, shake something, and a dude starts talking to you in proper words, it's gonna be a long session, my friend.
Facts. Don't think R&B dudes is
Dude,
soft.
even Keith Sweat. I remember about Keith Sweat.
Stay away from men with cauliflower
There's
ear.
a longer right way to love somebody.
You over the hands on Jacquees. What's his name?
Jacquees?
Jacquees. You over the hands on Jacquees. Say, I'm the best R&B singer ever. Like you look at me like Edward. What is wrong with
Only
you?
the cameras is off.
Dude,
tell you
Keith Sweat
something.
give that look like I'm gonna whoop this
Let me tell you something.
ass.
I have no disrespect to any of the old school R&B singers. I love them all.
Yeah.
Dude,
I love them all,
Keith Sweat was about to put the beats to his dude.
but they can't sing like Johnny Gill.
Johnny Gill's a monster. I ain't gonna front.
Dude.
He's a
Oh,
monster.
They
man.
can't sing like Johnny Gill, and I love them all. But Johnny Gill, when he start, my.
Oh, boy.
Not a problem, Marvin. Not a problem, Marvin. Barking up that tree.
I'm saying,
Listen, man,
I like Johnny
Prime
Gill,
Marvin
I
was
do,
ill.
but
I'm just saying, just from that era, the '90s era.
Oh, the '90s era.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I like
Okay.
Ralph Tresvant, man. That's just
I
who
love
am.
Ralph Tresvant too, but he couldn't sing like Johnny though.
Man.
He ain't got that power behind his voice like Johnny did.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you
Yeah, I
that.
feel like a lot of this generation is lacking that from male
yeah.
vocalists.
Actually,
not a lot of power.
The two
not a-
baritone.
Yeah, not a lot
I
of
think it's coming
powerful
back, though.
vocalists.
I think it's coming back.
They are there. You
gotta
just
find
got to find them. That's
Yeah.
it.
There are rangy vocalists still, but I don't think. But I haven't seen one like an undisputed, like a power vocalist of this time.
Yeah, it's not yet.
Yeah.
There's one. Gonna
I think
pop up.
Lucky Day is up there.
But he's not. He don't got.
Giveon.
Giveon is too deep. Givion's smooth. He's like
Don Toliver?
cognac. Don Toliver is a rage. He's more of he's an artist.
Yeah.
I don't look at him like that.
What's his name? I would say Bryson
Quabs
Tiller.
is pretty good. I don't know if you guys heard of Quabs.
I have
He got some pretty strong
Masigo.
vocals.
Tiller. Masego is more.
Mhm.
That's more of a groove, jazzy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'll
I
give you
agree.
that.
But yeah. So that's another one.
Dude.
And one of the last ones.
Pink
are-
Sweats.
It's
I like Pink
nice
Sweat.
one. It's nice right there.
That's a good choice.
And the last one I want to figure out because now we're switching topics again.
No, but Keith Sweat reminded me of that dude that was like on the low,
Yeah.
selling work, but you never know.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
then singing,
And you
living two
turn around,
lives.
you turn and go like this.
You know?
Since when you could do all that? I've been.
Yeah, man.
Anyways, let me get this packed out the way real quick.
These fun facts.
He's from the city, right? He's from New York or he's from.
Johnny, I think Johnny's from Yonkers.
No, I mean Keith.
Keith?
Johnny's from Yonkers. He's
I
from
think
up here?
I think Johnny's from like New Rochelle, Yonkers around there.
Wow. You know what? I wouldn't even surprise me. I wouldn't even surprise me.
Man.
No, I'm gonna look up Keith Sweat real quick. I want to find what he's. Because that dude like New York.
He like
85
like,
for real.
He looked like one of them dudes who be into some stuff, but you would never know.
Until it gets popped.
Because you would literally never know.
So Keith Sweat is from the New Jack Swing era. He was born in the city.
Oh yeah, I knew it.
see?
I knew he gave that Harlem Dude 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah, he
I
can-
effing knew it.
He knows some top of the line dudes.
So
back
I
in
knew
the
it.
day.
He's from us. And
He's
he's from this
born from
area.
Harlem.
I knew he's from this area.
Yeah,
I knew
yeah,
it.
He knows some
I
top of the line.
effing knew it.
Top of the line,
Bro,
dudes.
that dude exudes New York vibe.
He
Like
got
low.
some connects that he can never name, bro.
Oh, without question. I guarantee you, he know them boys like the
And
Harlem
then
boys.
Johnny was from DC.
The Alpos of the world. Oh yeah.
The Alpos, the Rich Porters, the AZs.
Oh yeah.
the Pee Wee Kirkland. Like,
Oh yeah.
I bet you he knows the Fat Cat Nichols, all of them. I guarantee
Johnny
you.
Gill's from DC.
He's from
He's
DC?
from DC, yeah.
Johnny Gill.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Keith's from New York. He's one of our own.
Okay.
Came to New York, yep.
All right.
So I can guarantee you Keith knows some dudes that know some dudes.
Oh,
you probably
yes.
know Dapper Dan on a first name basis.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
You probably know
Switching
Supreme,
gears.
all of them.
Remember, audience, stay away from R&B dudes.
Please do.
Guys
Please
with
do.
cauliflower ear, and a girl who got a mouth on her can get you hurt.
That can be for the wise guy. Switching gears.
Man.
No.
Oh my God.
Basketball season is upon us.
March Madness.
March Madness is going on. Shout out to Duke. Hopefully they can take it all.
Playoff is next month for the NBA.
Like you said,
I hate the play-in.
I have a gripe.
Go ahead.
It's not the play-in.
No, it's not playing.
Stop flopping.
No. Memphis Grizzlies.
Uh-oh.
What are y'all doing, bro?
Well, not trying to
Stop laughing.
Yeah.
Stop right
I
there.
like my team, the Knicks, was clinched.
Stop right there.
Go New York, go New York, go.
Memphis, what you doing, bro? Ceddy said the
I wanna
Memphis
hear this.
Grizzlies
I want to hear this.
are fourth in the Western Conference division, right?
Ooh. Who
But hear me out. Hear me out.
they're paired against?
I'm gonna tell you how it goes. Houston is 48 victories. The Nuggets is 46.
Mhm.
Lakers are 45. The Memphis is 44.
Ooh.
There's 14 games left to play.
Yeah.
Okay?
And you may face the Lakers in the first round.
Yeah. So you're the 5th seed, but depending on what might happen, you can either go to 2nd or go down to 8th at minimum.
Or maybe they might find themselves in the play-in.
And 8th
at the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th seed.
But then the 8th seed faces the 1st seed, right?
The 8th seed faces the 7th seed.
But
But remember, you have the playing game.
Oh, all right.
So remember, it's 9 and 8 play.
Yeah.
Well, it goes like this: 7 and 8 play, and then 9 and 8 play. Whoever wins 7-8 becomes the 7th seed.
Yeah.
And then whoever loses the 7th, 8th, they play again.
The play-in, yeah.
They're still playing tournament.
Yeah.
You're playing again, but you play against the winner of the 9 and 10th.
Yeah.
Whoever loses 9 and 10th gets out.
Yeah, of course.
So whoever wins that 8 and 9, becomes the 8th seed. Whoever loses gets out.
Got it.
So you can either win both,
or lose
lose one time and you're done. Out the playing tournament, right? Well, unless you're 7th, 8th, whatever, right? The Memphis Grizzlies have been playing pretty well.
Yeah.
They're in the thick of things.
So no drama,
there's no really drama.
Yeah.
They're in the thick of things.
Got it.
Mind you, they lost a couple of their key players this season, but they're still in the thick of things. They just got their players back.
Yeah.
They're still in the thick of things.
Yeah.
Why you fire your head coach?
Hit the button. Hit the button.
Why?
You're about to hit the finish line of the season. And you thought this is the best idea. Let's do something weird. Let's fire the head coach who got us this far.
We gotta shake it up.
So now you guarantee your loss, your first round exit, if you make it to the first round in the first place.
And you know what's gonna happen, right?
What's gonna happen?
I know the city.
Go ahead.
I'm
go
always
ahead.
5 attempts ahead of you. I know exactly what's gonna happen. You know exactly what's gonna happen.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
What's gonna happen, Walter?
I don't know.
I know what's gonna happen.
Okay.
First round elimination.
The Lakers play against the Memphis Grizzlies the first round. What's gonna happen, Walter?
Sweep.
Listen, man.
Bring out the brooms.
Listen, man. That's when I go home out here, bro.
Hey, what you gonna say? What you gonna say?
Listen, man. Somebody go fishing.
Exactly. Someone will be going out on that boat.
What is full of it? Yo, don't let him fool y'all. Walt gonna come here the next day. Oh, T can't find a head coach, like I say. There goes the king again. He gets Luka, now he gets a first round bye. I can't believe it. Wow. You don't think I don't know you? I know you. I know this man. Yeah, don't let this man fool you. I know him.
Yeah.
Don't see that now. Yeah.
Man.
You ain't lying.
Listen,
All these years?
This is speculation.
After all these years.
These things might happen.
It might happen. It might come out your mouth.
Bro.
The game still got to be played.
Yo, you lying ass. Yo, you dodging mother. Yo,
I'm Walt is full of crap right now, yo.
You
don't think I don't know you by now, bro?
We know you.
I know you.
We guarantee you'll be quick to say,
I don't be that guy like, oh my God, the Lakers won. Oh my God. And they go be like, against the Grizzlies, They ain't got no head coach. They fired the head coach the first time. You know what I'm saying? The man has been getting, the man got a lot of Hollis 2.0, man. What can I say?
It's gonna happen. We know it's gonna happen,
Hey, man.
Don't lie. Don't lie to us.
Listen, man.
What?
Regardless of what it said, he's got to win the games.
So full of crap.
Yeah.
Yo, Ceddy said all the man has done since becoming the Grizzlies head coach is overachieve and get this team to the playoffs.
And he still gets fired because he gets somebody that didn't like him.
And still gets because of the front office.
Shocker. So the front office shoot yourself in the face.
So here's what I've always been taught
before
with
the
sports.
playoffs.
This is what I've always been taught with sports, right?
Go ahead.
You got the front office.
Yep.
You have the coaching staff, right? The coach picks his coaches. Coach also wants players that he wants.
Of course.
You might get a trade where it's like, know what? I can get him. I can make it work.
Yeah.
As soon as a head coach starts losing power, you start losing the room.
Of course.
When you as a head coach can't pick your coaching staff.
Yeah.
And then they just said you're going to play with these guys instead.
Writings on the wall.
Writings on the wall. Unless you win a championship, but the Eagles just did.
Yeah. Not they had no faith in that dude at all. None.
But sometimes as a head coach, you can be good at that. You don't got to be the X's and O's kind of guy. As long as you're the overseer,
yeah,
you know what you're doing, you'll be okay.
Exactly.
But yeah, they fired the man
Before the playoffs.
before the playoffs start. There's 21 days left.
About 3 weeks left in the season, yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing, Goofy?
Yeah, you just take a trip.
Like, you
know,
just
get
cut
to
your
know
nose
each
to your
other,
face,
you know?
man.
Go to the mountains and stuff like that, you know?
There's a little
things out.
like there's a little definition of
Yeah.
cutting your nose to spite your face. There's a little definition of that. So what are you gonna do now? Who you gonna replace in the last minute?
So they
What
got
do you mean who you gonna replace?
they replaced the coach.
No, I mean who as the head coach?
They have a coach on the bench that they put him with.
Facts, that's
and
that's
apparently,
replacement.
but do they gel correctly with the
we
him and
don't
the
know
team?
yet.
It doesn't even matter now because it's too late in the season for them
It
to have
is.
any type of chemistry.
And I think the problem they said there was a philosophical
philosophical
difference
Yeah.
between what the front office wanted and what he wanted.
Yo, are they in the gym, the front office?
That's what I'm saying.
Then shut the hell up.
Get these analytics dudes out
Yeah,
of
you
here.
guys are looking at it wrong. The players have 21 days to learn a new system that they would learn during the offseason.
Well, so here's
It's a
what
good time. What you guys so down for?
I want to throw a chair at you right now. On some Nobody. Remember that Russian died from the movie Nobody? I want to throw a chair right in his head right now.
What you guys so down for?
Yo, I want to throw a chair at him right now, like for real. Yeah, pull out the blicky. Go ahead, pull it out.
Listen, man. We got to see the Memphis Grizzlies really ball out this.
Now, we shot with your kneecaps, and we give you 21 days, get back to ready for him. Let's see how that works out for you.
Listen, man. The Memphis Grizzlies could be trigger happy all they want. It's not gonna win them games. Like I said, them boys and men could be trigger happy all they want. It's not gonna win your games.
Let's give you that same principle. We should do one of your kneecaps for one of these days. They give you 21 days to recover, to go back to your job and still do what you got to
saying
do.
to hear you.
Listen, man, it's kind of edgy. Like I got Josh suspended. Could he be there? Could he? Oh, there goes Ja. Let him down.
Oh my god! Yo,
Not laughing manner.
yo, I ain't funny about. I'm laughing my ass off.
Oh, man.
Yo,
Oh man.
so let's see. Let's give you 21 days to get your truck driver's license. That should be enough time,
I
right?
hate you all. F you. It's like, not me. Listen, man, I'm not the one effing you. I'm Josh. Can't you know? Gotta be available.
Like y'all, listen.
Yo.
I don't understand the logic of some of these front offices. Like, what
I'm
are you
like,
doing?
bro. And then they said the guy they picked is a European head coach. I'm like, bro. Did you see what happened with David Blatt?
We have to run a new offense in limited time, bro.
And that was that was the difference. The philosophical difference was that the offense that Taylor wanted to run, he didn't like it. Neither did the players. Neither did Ja Morant. The offense was, Ja, you're the focal point.
Mm-hmm.
You make where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Take us there. He did it for you. Back-to-back times he did it for you.
I don't get it at all. I really don't get it. Like, listen, here's my advice to. I'm not no sport expert and that, far from it, but it's the thing.
If he was gonna fight him, man, you should have done it in the All-Star weekend.
Exactly.
At least that.
Hello?
Hey, thank you.
Give him a little bit more time. You know?
Like you
Hello?
just shot your own team chances of making it past the first round, and it's gone. It's non-existent now. There's no way in hell you can go beat the Lakers on 21 days notice with a new coach. It's not going to happen. Even with the coach they had before, at least they had a fighting chance.
Yes.
I don't realistically see that happening, to be honest with you.
No, I mean with the regular coach, they had a
Unless-
fighting chance.
Memphis gets another seeding spot, a 6th seed, making the 2nd seed. We don't know.
We don't know the story.
But right now, it's because from 1 through 8, it's pretty much solidified. But I think only 4 games separate from 2 to 8. Okay, Memphis is there, and from 9 to 10, it's abysmal,
Yeah.
bruh. There's I think 10, 14 more days, 21 more days left to the end of the season, and you gonna pull this stunt off?
You know. Yeah, man, listen, man.
I don't know what to say, man. But all I know is Taylor Jenkins, you will get a job soon. Don't worry about it. Somebody's gonna get fired pretty soon,
What happened?
and you can go right on in.
What happened, Taylor, is you was climbing that ladder, right? And then after that, they tried to cut the rest of the rope. Cut the rest of it off. It's going a little too high.
Mike Brown, huh?
Yeah, listen, man. He couldn't compromise the bottom line. So we had to get your back there.
Mike Brown, you played too well, man. You better slow down.
You better relax. You better chill out.
Last year when they made it and pushed the worst, I think, was it 5 games? 6 or 7 games? It was 7 games. And here's Iron Wall. I don't know, Mike Brown. You gotta be careful now. You're doing too well out here. You know what I'm saying? You getting be successful. Got them guys fired up. Come on now, slow it down, Mike Brown. Slow it down. 2 months into the season, fired.
Then I get a call from. He said, "I hate you."
Because it's your fault. No. You put it in the air. Words have power.
Listen, man, not more part of the good old boys club. you saw what they did to Mark Jackson. Steve Kerr inherited the championship team.
Yeah, because the front office didn't like Mark Jackson for what he said about
Mark Jackson's
somebody in the organization.
He hasn't got a job since. Doc Rivers has gone from coach
to ESPN
consultant
and analyst
to coach again.
No, sorry, get it right. Coach, analyst, okay,
correspondent for ESPN,
consultant, then a coach.
And meanwhile, Mark Jackson,
and in college, right?
He's not gotten this.
He's a college coach right now, right?
Who, Mark Jackson?
Or is he pro still?
He's pro with the Bucks.
I haven't been paying attention. I'll be honest with you.
He was the consultant while the Bucks coach was there.
Adrian Griffin was there last season.
You know,
got them boys to a third seed, and then fired them.
And then Doc
because
consultant got him out
because they didn't like the defensive scheme he was running or whatever it was.
Yeah.
He's a first-time head coach. He got you guys playing sensational. And you
want results now. That's what it is.
They were the third seed.
They don't care. They'll find anything they can to get rid of you.
Just like the Grizzlies. You guys weren't a 5th or 6th seed or a 9th seed in playing game.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this right now.
You were in the middle of the hunt.
Bro, here's the thing, man. Like any other sport, the coaches that get picked, it's based off of nepotism or based on track
yeah, we
record.
know this already.
And if you have a good track record, you're pretty much, or good people you know in the organization that have you back, like 100% have your back and will vouch for you, you're pretty much on the chopping block from the giddy up, man. That's just how it is.
My guy Luke Walt had a job in Sacramento before he left the Lakers arena. He didn't clear his desk yet. He already had a job headed north California.
Like
it's
the
amazing.
ABF movie trucks wasn't there yet, and look what happened.
As soon as he's Luke Walt has been fired from the Lakers. Breaking news: Luke Walt has been hired.
Wait,
the Sacramento Kings.
Wait, hold on. I'm at the day spa. What the hell's going on here? It's my first time hearing about this.
Yeah, man, you just put a call in, bro. Somebody put a call in for Luke.
They wanted him.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, so.
Yeah, LeBron wanted him.
Luke Walton? No.
What said the guy?
He actually wanted Ty Lue, but ended up getting JJ Redick. Dude, and JJ Redick's been doing a great job.
You know what happens when Genie Bus starts listening to the cup checks? Ty Lue gets screwed over.
Thank God they butted out this time. Oh, God. Ugh. Jeannie went with her gut, and Rob Pelinka said no.
See what happened?
Yeah.
You know, invite the cup checks to dinner?
It wasn't
Good
cup
decisions.
checks. It was, what's the guy's name? That idiot.
Who?
It wasn't Mitch. It wasn't cup checks. It was the other guy.
Crap. Well, it wasn't the cup checks. It was, what's his face? Rambus.
Yeah, the Rambuses.
Yeah. See what happens when you stop inviting them to dinner? Some decisions get made.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get Luka for the trade.
Yeah, that's true.
Guaranteed the Rambus family. Oh, we're going to give up AD? No, we'll just give you AD straight up.
Dude, have you seen what happened to the freaking Mavericks as of late?
They're still floating.
Dude, they're going to be going to supposedly Las Vegas.
What did I tell you?
Allegedly, because the new owner is the owner who...
What did I tell you?
You're right. You're absolutely right.
She said, what? I want a casino for my stadium. Dad's like, nah, it's a good look. I've been paying you guys those tax dollars, and you gonna tell me it's not a good look? No problem.
Vegas.
Hey, yo, Jeannie, how you doing? Yo, I got an offer for you. Listening. You want Luka? For who?
You get Anthony Davis. Some scrub. Whatever.
Some other guy. You want it? Yeah, hell yeah. Done.
And people were pissed in Dallas. Dude, I never see a team, fan base turn their team in such a record time, dude. And people were getting like, and people were blaming Mark Cuban. It's not even Mark Cuban's fault.
It's not Mark, because Mark Cuban is only the governor, well, assistant governor. He sold the team. This was an NBA power move.
Yeah.
And some guy tried to get at him on Facebook and he responded.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, he did.
He was pretty much saying he wasn't feeling that way as he was collecting my checks. Nah. I gotta find it. But Mark Cuban was on his rack, bro. It was quiet.
No, people blaming him for it.
There was no replying from that guy the way Mark Cuban.
Nah,
Mark Cuban was cutting up
That's not Mark Cuban's fault.
because he was a former employee cutting up like this.
Ooh.
So it's just like because you ain't about to talk to Mark Cuban.
You're not gonna talk to me crazy, and I paid your bills. Really?
But pretty much what Mark Cuban was saying was like you was still getting paid what you was getting paid well, and you was not complaining. While I didn't really make much money off this franchise like that. The ticket sales were low and stuff like that. So he was talking from a standpoint where like he was actually wanting to win while still trying to make it affordable for fans.
Which is very commendable because a lot of us got priced out in most of our markets in America when it comes to NBA games. Let's give him a buck about that. So for our owner to do what he did and keep the things, the concession stand to the tickets of entry into the then up parking be affordable, yo, you can't hit on a dude like that. You can't.
And he took care of his players.
Yeah, he did. I always got high respect for Mark Cuban as an owner and as a person.
One of the few billionaires I will ever respect in my life is him. Period.
And one thing I really enjoy about, see, what you just said about ticket sales. Because, bro, for example, right? So my homeboy said he took his friend out to City Field for a Mets game. And you now know when you go to baseball, any of these concerts, arenas, bro, they don't do cash no more. Cash is a dub.
No, you use the app on your phone.
Everything is the app on the phone or it's tap to pay, right?
Yep.
So he's like, yo, my man Intence, listen, bro, before you get in there, make sure you get the card and load it up.
This was like back and forth.
Oh man,
Mark Cuban was eating him alive, bro. That's the post he made. Guess Mark Cuban caught wind of it, and listen, man, he wasn't playing with that. He had time that day.
Told y'all.
Dynasty. And not for nothing. You former employees need to be addressed by owners like him and stuff like that, because y'all got a lot of lip when y'all no longer employed.
He went the F in.
Oh, he kept tweeting.
Yo, shoot me the post when you get a chance.
I got you.
He went the F in
because y'all got a lot of lip when y'all not employed, but y'all ain't got the same energy when y'all collecting them checks and on the clock.
Okay, so let's do a little pivot.
Highlights. Yeah,
the highlights. So the man said Cuban should be run out of Dallas, right?
For what?
So Cuban goes, hey, Gavin Malloy, how much bonus did you get when I sold? He says, not enough to make up for the Luka trade. I'll give your dirty money back for Luka to be here. How about you? Gavin McCoy, you didn't say a word when it showed up in your account. Did you? Sure looked good when we made it to the finals, didn't I? I did every damn thing I could for 23 years. Kept prices lower than not only any of the team, but lower than any college teams too. Exactly. I had $2 tickets for multiple years. And when it was sold, there was always $4K on tickets under $29. I made two out of the 33 years I was a majority owner. Lost hundreds of millions of dollars, and you kept on collecting your salary. So my money, dirty dollars, didn't get a peep out of you for those 23 years, or when you got your checks every 2 weeks, or when you got your bonus. Go back to what I said when I sold the team. I didn't want my kids and family to have to deal with people like you. I honestly got tired of the growing number of fans who became pricks on social media. People exactly like you.
He was cutting up a new one, bro.
Go back to what you said when I sold the team. I did. No. Go back. I'm sorry. Go back up.
Dude,
I paid your salary. I paid you a bonus. I didn't have to give you. The Nico and the new owners do something none of us liked, and you decided to try to F with me. Thank you for confirming the right decision I made.
I'm with him. Sure. When I was in charge, the majority stake owner and stuff like that, I was making things happen. I was trying to keep us competitive, and I was about fan engagement and making it affordable to be a Mavericks fan and
you made trades that need to be traded
facts
to be made. And
you
wanted him to win. And they won.
Mind you, he even went and picked up Delonte West, tried to rehab him too.
That's what I'm saying. So many different things that
No
he's
other team would have done that.
that nobody really talks about, bro.
Yeah. So
And that's why I would never crap on Mark Cuban ever in my life.
Nope.
Like, name another billionaire that's willing to lose money in order to help his fellow man with that pharmacy thing he just did.
yep.
I can
You
assure
can't.
you, there are not many billionaires, and I'll tell you that. I can tell you firsthand, especially in being a soccer fan in Europe. I can assure you, there's a lot of cheap American owners in the English Premier League that are not spending top dollar to try to get the best players
Look at you,
for the team
Snyder.
to be competitive. And meanwhile, these clubs have a history of winning and they're being cheap.
Like, look at Dan Snyder, only one of the teams, right?
So I'm
Prime
saying,
example.
He's trying to,
yeah.
If he would,
but they said no. They're not
Good.
letting him.
Good.
not with his history,
But-
not over there. Hell no.
But the cons are doing good.
yeah,
One of few American teams American owners are doing good in the European League.
So, but yeah.
yeah, man.
But back to
Because I love when these people talk ish about the Khan family. Like, they don't do anything to help the people in their soccer league or in AEW.
It's crazy, man.
The amount of ish they give those people, like, I will never crap on Tony Khan or his father at all.
heck, and even in the NFL too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the cons can make them. Yeah, I could, but if I can partner with the stadium, why not?
The only people I would never crap on in the NFL is, honestly, in terms of ownership, was the original owner of Al Davis.
Okay, for the Raiders.
Yeah, because he was a good dude. He was looking out for his players and the fans. He didn't overcharge people for tickets and all that stuff. He actually looked out for his players. And it was a sad day when he died after all the ridicule he was getting because the team was going to crap. He never deserved that ridicule at all. He never did. His son was way worse, though. Cheap.
Don't get me
skate.
remind me about his son.
But
This is the
that's
same man that let Antonio Pierce walk, Rich Bisaccia walk, but then you want to go hire freaking what's the guy's name? From the Patriots, the old OC. My God, I'm drawing a blank. Tired.
He had a Jim Buss moment. You know, Jim Buss was hating on Phil Jackson so much he went for Mike D'Antoni instead of Phil Jackson.
big mistake.
like championships and D'Antoni went together in the same sentence, but you know, it's neither here or there.
Let alone coaching.
Well, you know, as a Spurs fan, I was last thing I needed to see was Phil Jackson next to Kobe again. You know, rest in peace. You know, as a Spurs fan,
Josh McDaniels.
As a Spurs
He got
fan,
Josh McDaniels hired.
I love the fact that Jim Buss did that. That was a great move.
Yeah.
Get Mike D'Antoni instead of Phil Jackson. I loved every bit of it. You know, but as a Lakers fan, I could see why Jim Buss had to get up out of there. He's
Dude,
wilding.
nobody liked him
You cannot hate Phil Jackson for whatever reason,
because he's beating your sister.
despite the team that your father put money in.
Is Phil Jackson dating
and
his
was
sister?
successful.
I don't think they're dating anymore.
Oh,
They were
during the
They
time.
were for a couple for years.
they were involved for a long time. But my thing is, like, you can't hate the guy that bought this team, that was coaching this team and brought championships because you dislike him.
Because he's beating your sister.
You're bringing personal into business.
And you don't do that.
You don't do that. Your father was big
Yep.
he made Magic Johnson the guy, championships. You
Kareem
bet you made Kobe the guy, championships.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the guy.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you can't be having your pops rolling over in his grave like that. You crazy?
Full of pettiness. Yeah. And
Yo.
that's why your sister runs things and not you.
And that's why she's not bad as an ownership group right now.
No.
So, all right. What you got for me, my boy?
Oh, boy. Well, as we know, Elon Musk's biggest turn in the universe has really been showing his asses of late, even though he's taking L's left and right financially.
You see him try to do that raffle in Wisconsin for that.
Oh, guess what?
For the election.
Funny thing you mentioned that because I have a story about that right now.
Oh,
From
I
the
didn't mean to do that.
From the BBC, Musk gives away $1 million checks in a
Again?
Wisconsin Supreme Court election.
Again?
Billionaire, again, according to BBC, billionaire Elon Musk has given away $1 million or equal to 770,000 pounds checks to voters in Wisconsin after the state Supreme Court refused to intervene. Musk announced the prize earlier this week ahead of Wisconsin's tightly contested Supreme Court election to be held this Tuesday. Wisconsin Attorney General and Democrat Josh Kaul has sued to stop the giveaway, arguing that Musk is violating the state law that bans gifts in exchange for votes. The race, which could flip control of the state Supreme Court to the Republicans, has become a flashpoint in the most expensive judicial election in American history. Speaking at the rally Sunday night, Musk said, "Wait, we just want judges to be judges." Before handing out two $1 million checks to voters who have signed a petition to stop activist judges. Cole has tried to argue the giveaway was an illegal attempt to buy votes. Musk's lawyers, in response, argue that Cole is restraining Mr. Musk's political speech and curtailing their First Amendment rights. Wait, excuse me? You hear that? You heard that, right? You heard that, right?
You smell that?
Yeah, I smell
Horse manure.
I'll say BS, but I ain't gonna curse anymore for you.
BS.
Now I'll say the full word, but I ain't gonna do that for you. You do enough editing as it is for me. Musk's lawyers added that the payment were intended to generate a grassroots movement in opposition to activist judges, not to expressively advocate for or against any kid. Are you serious?
Hot fire.
After two lower courts sided with Musk, Cole begged the state Supreme Court for an 11-hour reprieve, but the top court unanimously declined to hear the case.
Duh.
Musk and President Donald Trump have endorsed a conservative candidate, Waukesha County Judge Brad Schmimmel, in hopes of flipping a liberal-leaning court. George Schmimmel is running against Dane County Judge Susan Crawford, who has been endorsed by the state Supreme Court liberal justices. Lawyers for the tech titan also argue that judges who have publicly endorsed Judge Crawford in the Supreme Court race should be barred from ruling on the matter, arguing it cites matter of bias. Oh my God!
You know what this feels like all over again?
The election of 2024.
Well, I'm thinking Bush Gore 2000.
So you mean to tell me this guy's literally bribing voters to vote a certain way, and that's not illegal? Like, make it make sense to me.
This is Bush and Gore 2000. Remember having Bush and Gore 2000?
The missing
votes.
ballots. Yep.
And
Which they happened to find it later, and Gore won.
And Gore, that right there was a whole into the can of worms. You remember the history behind that wall or no?
Fool me once, shame on you.
There's a whole documentary on HBO about
Fool me
it.
twice, you can't get fooled again.
I'll bring you the short clip version.
Go ahead.
About Bush and Gore 2000. So Al Gore and George Bush are running for re-election.
Yep.
It comes down to Florida.
First time running
First
either
time.
one.
Either one. Comes down to Florida, right? The counting ballots.
Hey, guess who was the brother of the governor?
We're going to get to that part.
Oh, yeah, Jeb Bush was.
Jeb Bush was a brother.
Mm-hmm.
They get their ballots counted. Florida goes, all right, we had the winner. It's George Bush. But Al Gore said, hold on, time out. It's a couple counties that haven't been counted yet. How do you know?
Exactly.
Shut up, Al.
Exactly.
Yep.
Right? So
hold on.
Proceed.
Right? So Gore takes it to the Florida Supreme Court, sues to say there's still ballots have to be counted and they should be recounted. Each time they recounted over, Bush's lead started shrinking. Less and less and less.
That's interesting.
And less, right?
Yeah.
So Bush goes, to hell with this thing. Hell nah. The Florida elected official who counts it already called it already. Those votes should be admissible, right? Yeah. Gore goes, but they were already here already, and they're counting right now. So this thing bypassed all the regular appellate courts or the Supreme Court. Supreme Court rules that the votes had been certified within that timely matter. Because I think 14 days already passed already.
Yeah.
While they were still counting. And they were finding more ballots they were counting.
Yeah, not for nothing.
Where this is going, right?
Yeah, put the fire down a little bit. Yeah, Jeb Bush, me and some guys, we put them at your front house. Forget words, my guy. It ain't gonna be no debate. It's no
count the votes, man.
Ain't no talking no more.
They literally pretty much hit votes.
They really hit votes and stopped the votes count.
Bro.
Just like remember how in 2024 Stop the count. No, sorry, 2020. Stop the count.
Yep.
Stop the count. They're like, no, we got to count these votes.
No, these.
Well, stop it. Stop counting it. No, we got to count it.
This is the president saying at the time, that piece of, you know what?
I'd be like, you tell them to stop counting votes, but the point is to vote, so we got to count, don't we?
Exactly.
Because he's not going to win. That's why.
And here's the thing. Things like that are a direct conflict of interest. Okay, because Jeb Bush is the governor of Florida, right?
Yes, he
Yes,
was.
he was.
That's a direct conflict of
And
interest.
the attorney, the lady who was doing the votes, she was a Republican on the Jeb Bush.
Yo, this is no different than when, well, on a smaller scale, this is no different than when Andrew Cuomo was being investigated and Chris Cuomo was working at CNN. That's a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
We can't have these things happening. Like, there got to be something like my thing is like, if you're my brother and I know you're running and stuff like that, yes, I would want you to win because you're my brother.
That's why they recluse themselves from these type of things.
But you know,
that time he didn't do that.
that's not now even that's even more suspicious.
And remember, Bush was the governor of Texas and Jeb Bush was the governor of Florida at the time.
Bro, there's a collusion right here. He said, nah, man, the votes already counted. I won. Like,
Basically, yes.
No. I'd be like, wait, hold on a second. These were already there.
Yeah.
So now that they're discovered and they're recounting the votes, and apparently what he originally had is not it because the count was wrong. Now I gotta be screwed. No.
Yeah.
No.
And
I'd be
then-
like, investigate him and his brother.
No.
Yeah.
It went to the Supreme Court and it was already ruled as law.
Crazy, man. Listen, they got some dirt on some of them judges up there, bro. That is crazy. There's no that's ethically wrong.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
The Supreme Court is the highest court of the land.
I know it's the highest court of the land, but who appoints these people?
The presidents do.
The presidents appoint them.
Yeah, exactly.
So you telling me there was nobody on that thing that they didn't know?
No, I'm saying throughout the time.
No, I'm just,
There's 9 Supreme Court justices.
yeah.
Actually, it could be whatever you want it to be. It can go up beyond 9, but it's
Even
always
if they
been at
didn't
9.
appoint them, that doesn't mean they might not have any rapport with the judges over there.
You're right. You're right. Yes, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, those judges are in. It wasn't. I would say when you started seeing judge rooms becoming more political, late 80s, 90s.
Yo, that's just wrong.
It
Yeah.
started off small in the 90s. And then when they got to the 2000s now, that's when Supreme Court justices became political. Wasn't based upon law, interpretation, stuff like that.
whether there were those who were for Gore or not at that time, that's foul.
Yeah. Count
That's
the
foul.
votes.
That's foul. So those votes ultimately cost him the presidency.
Yes.
That's terrible. That's
Yes.
terrible.
In
That's
2000.
That's pretty foul.
Yeah.
Man, that's foul. And it's just like, yo.
So basically Gore sued for the vote to be counted.
Mhm.
Started counting, and then George Bush was like, no. She had codified already. I'm a counter sue. And it ended up in Florida Supreme Court. And Florida Supreme Court said, heck with this. They bumped up the Supreme Court and they ruled on it.
I'll be like, yo.
And I think it was 5-4
shit,
in that ruling.
I don't want my money back. You're not. I'm not about to invest in this and campaign, make these speeches,
Hey, man.
kiss the babies,
I'm just saying,
all for George's brother to hide my votes.
it is what it is, bro.
Yeah,
That's why I've been reading that book of how the Supreme Court shapes democracy. It's a big thing. That book is, I'm like, wow.
that's crazy. Bro.
That book right there that I've been reading, bro.
That's
And it's very simple. It's not like super hard to read as far as like verbiage.
yeah.
But when you start reading these cases of like how the Supreme Court's, for example, Civil Rights Act of 66, 67, right? 68.
Yeah.
That should have already been got rid of already. But what it was is that the judges ruled it on the federal level and let the states do what they wanted to do. And for the time, the federal was like, all right, this is crazy. We can't do this. So they started one by one until 67, 68 to make the Civil Rights Act pass. And we're still fighting for equal rights to this day.
It was the day we die.
Yeah, that fight's never gonna. That fight's not gonna end. In this
Damn,
country,
there's
bro.
60 plus years.
Yeah.
There's some women who were born in the Civil Rights era and still have to go through the same nonsense. Are you kidding me?
Bro, there are things that are in place that, like you said, that we're still fighting 60 years later, that are fundamental issues in in society, from issues like that to even issues with like that deal with like some like the everyday issues like child support and stuff like that. Like they're like
I told you the government makes money off child support.
family court needs to be changed. And so here's the
I
thing.
agree.
Here's the thing, because me and Kev have been back and forth with this.
Go ahead.
The government directly affects a situation that's between a man and a woman, right?
Yeah.
And they make money off of this, right?
Of course.
So if they are making money off of this, if they know for like the fathers who choose to not be fathers, that they could either go to jail or have a deficit that continues if they're not paying child support.
At 25, they
for,
go to college.
for not paying child support, why not make DNA tests mandatory then?
I mean, I agree with you 100%.
Hey.
After 18, 25 years, you better be his kid. And
Because if you're gonna insert yourself in my situation,
That's what they
anyways,
tell men, don't sign the paper.
You know,
at the hospital.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
Especially if you're unsure, don't sign it.
I agree.
Get the paternity test.
I agree.
It's simple.
I
You
agree.
got this little swab in the mouth, bro.
Listen,
That's it.
I agree. You know, I'm to the point like, you know, you don't even have to. I could wait. It don't even have to be at the prenatal stage. I could wait till after the baby's born.
Exactly. I'll wait till
I
the
could-
baby's born.
Once the baby's born,
I could wait.
put a little Q-tip in that mouth,
Yeah.
and you know in like 2 days, bro.
Facts. Because
If you're that unsure,
once you sign that paper,
You're wrapped.
Yeah,
Look
it's
at
a wrap.
look at the screws.
it's virtually impossible to get off of it.
yeah.
Yep.
I just feel sorry for the men who are raising their children under false pretenses, and also the men who've done bids behind kids that's not theirs.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then God forbid, and then you find out 25 years later, you did all that time and lose all that money, and for what? For nothing.
Heck, I think there was a
You gotta sign a
story
piece of paper.
on John Oliver's show about child support. How one dude was paying child support for a kid that wasn't his because the woman needed food stamps, and she used the man's name when he was locked up. Didn't know he had child support, was on back pay, got locked up again because of it, and has been trying to clear his name ever since.
First of all, she should go to prison for forgery.
And fraud.
You know,
But she did it.
you're not, and that's the thing too. You're not getting reimbursed on this. Once everything comes to light, you don't get reimbursed on this.
No.
So it's just a L across the board.
And I believe that she was underage at the time. It was some wicked story.
So think about that. That's another problem too. So if she's underage, she's having a baby, she's possibly putting your name on it, and even though it's probably not your baby, you know how many different crimes is going on right now?
Yeah.
That you're tied to under false pretenses.
And I believe that this guy got put on it like in the 70s, maybe.
And like I said, that deficit don't go away.
No, because you got to pay it.
That's disgusting.
Cold world, my boy. Cold
It's too
world.
cold out
Oh,
here,
yeah.
man.
So,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
unfortunately, at the end of the day, it's legal to bribe people for their votes, I guess. And since we're living in a Trump era of America, it's going to be more emboldened this guy's going to do it. And mind you,
It's like
if
Here's a few more
this guy
Bitcoins.
wins, Schimmel wins, which he also got $14 million from Musk as well, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
If he wins, here's what's on the line for the people of Wisconsin.
Wisconsin got a lot of things to worry about right now.
Yeah, because
and Tesla stock.
here's the thing. It
Yeah.
will because here's the thing. It'll be before the abortion rights vote comes into effect.
Mm-hmm.
Congressional redistricting and voting rules as well, which could affect the midterm elections next year.
Mm-hmm.
Which means it might give a W again, an unnecessary W to the Republicans legally. All he's doing is legally. So mind you,
Wisconsin, you got 2 days.
Tuesday, y'all better get up, get out, and vote because literally democracy is on the line, and
Especially for your state.
the nearest battleground is your state.
Yep.
So here's the kicker that killed me the most, right? Remember all that ish talk about George Soros? Oh, George Soros is spending money and bribing people for their votes. This guy is literally doing all the ish that you told George Soros was doing, and you have no words to say about it. I wonder why. So it goes again.
They got the MAGA caps on.
No. Here's the thing. Every time these asshats say something that the Democrats are doing or liberals are doing, they're the ones that do it themselves.
Bruh.
You're trying to rewrite history. You're literally rewriting history. You want to take away our guns. You are working with Pam Bondi to take away guns from people.
It's like this. Just because I'm cheating to win doesn't mean I want you to cheat to win.
But here's the thing. I have never seen a Democrat in my life cheat to win. I've been alive for 42 years. I have yet to see a Democrat cheat to win, but I see a lot of Republicans cheat to win. But ask me though, right?
No, it's cold. You think about all this right here.
And the problem
They were mad at the Democrats. Oh, you're gonna censor us. You're gonna go over there. You're gonna tell us what we can't say. Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech.
No.
We got a president right now that's literally rounding up people off the street
and deporting them
and putting them in deportation camps.
in ICE camps in Louisiana.
It's crazy.
Like Mahmoud.
And all these people are quiet.
Crickets.
I can't hear a word now.
Like 2 people I know so far from Colombia got put into ICE.
Listen, I knew what it was when I saw Elon Musk do it go like this. They're like,
and now
I ain't got nothing to say.
There's a third person, but thankfully she's in hiding right now. She went deep into hiding. Some Korean student went deep into hiding. You can't find her. She's off the grid. She's in the city somewhere, but you can't find her.
She has lawyers for the next 3-4 years.
She'll be low key for the next. I don't know. God knows how long, but she has enough lawyers, enough support from the people at the school she went to. I think Columbia. I think.
Yeah, she's gonna be underground for the next 3 years.
She has no choice because you can't be on the internet. You can't do anything because
you can be on the internet, but
VPN.
Yeah, you got to bounce around, but because the way they walked up on that woman,
and
snatched her, and when she's trying to go to work,
you know nothing.
And she's here legally too.
You know nothing pisses off
Mahmoud. Yep.
You know nothing pisses off MAGA caps when they can't find the ones that they're looking to find.
Good.
That pisses them off crazy. Like they're still asking for a scholarship. I'm like, yo, listen, man, I can't help you.
Wow.
Can't help you.
Wow.
Man.
Sorry, bro.
I don't know what it is. I don't know.
What are you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
who? How?
Huh?
Like think about it. You can't fix your face to open up dialogue conversation with Cuban asking for outside. I'd be like, listen, man, go fall back. Don't ask me.
Don't even get up.
Don't ask me stupid questions.
I'm gonna get swole.
Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. What's the name that caught? Rumacia Ostert was connected as well. Another person caught up in the plainclothes ICE detention people,
and they've been out in Rockland heavy.
Yep, and
ICE. They've been driving up around here heavy, bro.
Crazy.
So all my people out there, and here's the thing: so my people out there, do not open your doors unless they got a warrant. Do not talk to them,
or unless you're a MAGA Trump supporter.
Yeah, you get the hell out of here.
For Trump, and this is your favorite theme song you want to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Put your hat on so I can flick it off.
I will vote for Donald Trump.
Bunch of dumbasses, peachy culeros.
Listen, man. If I had you up in the Ziploc ties and I had the ice vest on, guess what video I'm playing?
Bunch of mama huevos, man. I swear, man.
That's what you wanted, right?
And I did curse, but I said it in Spanish, so you can't get me.
That's what you wanted, right?
Oh, my turn.
Put your hat on.
Bunch of culeros, man. I swear, man. Like, really?
Yeah.
Why you hiding for?
Nah, man, it's you guys. Oh, you know which? A mother is trying to demand her kid get released who has 21 years in prison.
I'd be like,
but chick, you are. I'll save that story for later. I'm gonna save it for later, but.
I'll be in the van and be like, yo, we all asking the same thing. I'm trying to make America great again.
Driving a white van with no windows.
All right. So my story is kind of sad. You're bad. So this came on my Twitter feed.
Yo.
Come out, yo. I just want to talk to you.
I just want to talk.
We're compadres,
We're
right?
friends, aren't we?
Amigos, right?
Hello.
Que paso, hey? What's up,
Senor.
I like tacos too.
Anyway,
quesadillas.
So this
Pico de
came on,
Gallo.
this came on my timeline. So Ceddy said, these
tacos,
abortion laws, these abortion restrictions.
Go ahead. I'm sorry,
they're
man.
getting on my nerve, bro.
Oh, what question?
So a Georgia woman is charged after miscarriage, despite no foul play with her miscarriage at all. This 24-year-old woman from Tifton, Georgia, is facing criminal charges after experiencing miscarriage. Here's a fact that I did not know.
Go ahead.
1 in every 4 pregnancies end in miscarriages.
Unfortunately, it happens.
Wow, that's a high stat.
That's a high stat.
Yeah, unfortunately, it happens.
So if you take 4 women,
One of them.
pregnant?
One of them.
Yeah.
One of them might have a miscarriage randomly.
Unfortunately, that's just how it is.
25%. That's I didn't know it was that bad.
No, I didn't know that either.
Me neither. That was like, whoa.
It's high.
The woman was found by the police unconscious and bleeding in her bathroom. She was taken to the hospital for treatment. Meanwhile, a lovely neighbor tipped the police that the woman had disposed a trash bag outside. Where they found the trash bag with the fetus. Remains in the dumpster.
And not for nothing.
So hold on a minute. Go ahead. You first.
Not for nothing. You nosy neighbors, y'all gonna get hit. Real talk. Y'all gonna get hit. Real talk. Because my whole thing is just that's none of your business. That is not your business. Okay, and stuff like that. My thing and these listen, we can debate because it's a gray area. We can debate that that's probably not the way to go about it.
That safety's off standby.
We can debate that's probably not the best way to go about it.
Go ahead.
But let's try to be very objective now.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a woman going through all these changes and things are happening. And out of nowhere,
Okay, John Wick, ease up.
out of nowhere, a rush of pain hits, and next thing you know, there's a human being that's lifeless that
bleeding
came
out.
out your body.
Yep.
You can't tell me you know exactly what you're doing and you're under control.
What should he keep the fetus so the cops see at a miscarriage?
You remember they had that lady that had that one in Cleveland
Yeah.
when she tried to flush the fetus down the toilet,
Like
and the cops ended up breaking into the sewer lines to get the fetus out. Like, bro, are you kidding me?
You ruined all this piping for what?
Like we hear these stories all the time. These are things that men can't relate to. But my thing is, my God, we got to try to understand.
They don't wanna
Especially if
understand.
like they're first time mothers and we're like on the verge of being
My
first
God.
time mothers and stuff like
My
that.
God, here's the thing though.
It's crazy.
They don't give a
They don't give a damn,
It's
bro.
crazy.
the cruel. It's the
You
cruelty.
nosy neighbors. I'm telling
They
you.
like Ceddy said, I've been talking about. This abortion is not about abortion. This is about trying to control
a woman's body.
They want to control a woman's body. They need the population to increase. They cannot have it going down.
Because
why are they trying to deport so many people out of this country?
Because
right
here's the thing: because the white population is going down. Plain and simple, that's just what it is.
now? The next 50 years, the majority
by
will
2045.
Oh, sorry, 2045. Closer than that now.
We had 20 years.
I'm with it.
They're going to be neck and neck between whites and majorities.
No, because white
majorities
people will be under 50%.
Yeah,
in America.
exactly.
And I will make sure that I will put some kids on this planet because I want that number to go even smaller. Because honestly, this has to end. This BS of this white supremacist mentality stuff, it has to die. It has to. For this country to get better, this whole white supremacy mindset needs to die.
And another thing too, I want to say as well. These politicians talking about, oh, you people that's trying to be on Medicaid. Go get a job. Okay, you lazy sacks of poops. Go work.
To the politicians,
I'm like, to you politicians, bro. Let me ask you a question.
You get paid off our dollars.
People already working 40 hours a week.
And more than that.
Some people working 2 jobs.
I work 70 hours a week on one job alone.
Okay?
Facts.
And they still can't afford health coverage. That's why there's Medicaid and Medicare to help easing the burden.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. They want to privatize everything.
That too.
From roads to schools to health insurance to 401ks and your retirement. They want to privatize everything so they can get money off of you as much as humanly possible before you hit the dirt.
No, my thing is like I'm just sick of suits trying to talk crazy to people who have to get up every morning, do construction, and stuff like that, fix these pipes, maintain these bridges, the electrical wires, and stuff like that. That's driving you to these different meetings with other politicians and flying you and stuff like that.
Bro, but here's the thing though. They don't want them to be improved unless it's privatized. That's the problem. Know why the infrastructure is such crap in America? Know why our electrical grid is such in disarray? 100 years behind. Right? No, not that. 100 years behind the rest of the world because we allow politicians, mainly Republicans, who refuse to invest into our infrastructure. Period.
Look what happened.
There's pipes older than my grandmother. She's 90 years old.
Yeah.
Running
especially in the city?
In the city.
Disturbing.
And now we're losing clean water access in this area.
Because of the salt in all the lakes upstate.
They're cutting us off. Can you believe that, Ish? Like this water here in Rockland County, it goes to other states.
It's crazy.
And it's clean water, mind you. Goes to other states. Made that make sense to me at all, man. Like, make that make sense to me. It goes back to what we're saying. It's not about you or me or him. It's about the rich people controlling everything. That's what they want. They want an oligarchy. They have it in Russia. And in fact, they want you to tax you as much as you can when you hit the effing ground. Even then, when you have no will and stuff like that, they'll even take it from you as well.
And what did I say last night? I talked to y'all about
Get a living will.
You gotta get a will.
Get a living
you gotta
will.
know at least minimum know who's gonna be the beneficiary of your accounts. That's the minimum you can do.
You let the government do it, they ain't a goddamn thing.
We spoke about it last night.
Yeah.
We're going to tangent. I spoke about these gentlemen last night. Chadwick Boseman, what happened with him? He had no living will. He had no trust. The government did him a favor by letting his wife become the head of the trust and her to split the assets between the parents and him. The parents and her.
Yep. Here's the thing.
And Uncle Sam still went in and took $1 million out of it.
Yep. Thank guys getting residual checks from these movies he did, like 21 Bridges, Black Panther, 42, Thurgood, Get On Up. A lot of movies he did. The Five Bloods. He did a lot of movies.
But still.
But it's still not enough for the residuals.
Still not enough for residuals.
Yeah, that's a tough one, especially in his line of work. Like, I would if I was a good enough actor to like execute at that level, I would still want to put money into some of these movies because that's the only way, in my opinion, that the residuals make a difference.
Yeah, but I'm saying what you negotiate.
Exactly.
No, you're right. Because I think Will Smith had something like that.
Oh, dude, he went out the ass for
like,
the bad
like
boys,
a back end. Like he had like a set money that he would get as an actor. But I think depending how well the movie did over time, he'd also get a back end as well.
Some of the box office.
Yeah.
Which
it's all about who's your entertainment lawyer.
Yep.
Okay.
As I said, what you signed.
So what you negotiate.
Back to my story. Police recovered the remains and sent the body in for autopsy. The fetus had no signs of trauma, never even took a breath in the outer of the womb.
It was stillborn, pretty much.
As it was confirmed that she had a miscarriage at 19 weeks. Despite all that,
she's still going to jail.
She's being charged with concealing the death of another person and abandonment of a dead body. In Georgia, those charges carry a prison sentence up to 10, minimum 3 years.
Wow.
Her name hasn't been released to the public and still remains in custody while the legal process plays out.
I'm going to say this right now to that neighbor. I'm going to agree with Walt with this one right here. To that neighbor, and I'm going to curse again. I'm sorry.
Oh, I got a timestamp, so I'm good.
I'm going to say at this point, to that neighbor who added her and calling the ambulance to help her out.
Can I catch with you?
Yeah.
You fucking bitch. That's why that cold steel is for you. When they come there and put that steel in your fucking mouth and tell you bite the fucking curb, good luck with that, bitch.
I'm going to say this point blank, eat all the dicks with the herpes on top because honestly, who does that shit? Like, and this is why I hate people. Like, especially, I guarantee she was white.
I don't know.
I guarantee you she's a white person.
A lot of niggas die for less. So be careful.
Like this was.
Be careful, you outside right there.
This
with
wasn't
that
a situation
one.
where
Mind your fucking
you
business, lady.
She, this. It's obviously
she's in shock.
She's in shock. She panicked.
It's not right state of mind.
It's not right state of mind, and she's doing everything to do what she can.
I know you're barren ass. Couldn't relate to a woman
Dusty
who
ass
had to
box.
deal with the fact that you carried a stillborn child and it's died, and you don't know what to do because if you call the police or call the ambulance, they'll think you killed a child regardless.
And if you go to the hospital, what they're going to tell you then if you get to the hospital?
Yeah.
Well, you still got to carry the term. A dead
It can
child in
kill
my
you.
body
It can
and
kill you.
me and give me sepsis? Are you kidding me?
It's crazy.
Like it's like these people are just as cruel, if not more so, than the
And they
freaking
did their own investigation
politicians.
and realized, okay, it was just a simple miscarriage.
But like
But
I
that's
said,
not enough. They still go
It's not enough. It's not enough. It's fucked up.
It's still viewed as abandonment of a body, and I'm sorry. You try to hide a body, and then you try to do harm to the body after you
Look,
hit
what
it.
a harm! It's like you put it in a plastic bag and throw it in the garbage. Like what do we do? Keep the feces if it's like as a souvenir?
Like preserve it.
What
Like
the hell? Like what's wrong with these freaking people, man?
See the cynic in me. Had that been my child, and I found she had miscarriage, I got you. Don't worry about it.
I won't say nothing.
No, I'm gonna pick it up, and I'm bringing it right. What's this, sir? Open it up. Oh my God! Hey man, this is what you want, right?
Yeah.
facts. Yeah.
My wife had miscarriage.
Yeah.
And
Case
unfortunately,
closed.
she can't flush it down the toilet or put it in the garbage.
She wasn't hiding
Or
it. She
cremated it.
anything like
She
that.
called me, and I had to handle it.
Yep. And this
I had to put my child in front of your face so you can say I can save my own wife's ass.
Yeah.
Yes. Because it's what you wanted.
Because what you wanted.
What's the next step, officer?
You gonna put me in cuffs now too for damage
For
to the
accessory?
body?
For accessory to murder?
Accessory to murder, huh? Really?
It's crazy.
That's why I'm telling y'all. They have something for my you're playing around.
Yo, not voting if went the wrong way has consequences.
And all year.
All year. We've been talking about this for a whole year.
Every day.
How many episodes? Over what? Over 50, 60
190
episodes.
episodes we got right now. 198, 190, 190 right now. We're talking about every day. The power of voting. Know what's going on out there.
Be civically engaged.
You have to.
That is life or death.
You have to.
Look what's going on right now with the government. All these people getting fired from the FDA, USDA, the
FAA,
the National Institute of Health. All these places are getting let go. And what's going to happen?
What's happening in the Department of Education right now,
dude,
with student loans?
Thank God you couldn't close it out outright. But this stand up a woman, Linda McMahon is talking out her ass like, yo, I have so much hate for the WWE and McMahon and all of them right now is unreal.
What do you mean, Ceddy?
Ceddy said.
Oh, speaking of which, guess what happened? Now, thanks for bringing that up because now, guess what happened? Guess how much money they invested to Trump in an election? $21 million.
That's nothing for him.
No, but that's what you got her spot.
I know, but you saw what Elon Musk put up.
$270 million. I know. From one person, $270 million.
You know why Elon Musk had the money going in there?
Well, that's nothing for him.
He had so many future lawsuits coming down the pike,
and that's what he thought, and that's why he went all MAGA because he thought he got betrayed by the Democrats. I'm like, Steve, your stuff is freaking faulty.
Your cars are suck.
Your cars, Starlink, SpaceX, dude. I mean, freaking pallets we had to send into freaking space to get those two astronauts that have been up there for almost a year
from Boeing.
Nah, listen, but I got to give it to him. You know, charging mad money people just to give him a tour of space, a tour like nothing.
Dude, Gayle King, please do not get on that spacecraft. All the rest of them have at it. But Gayle King, you're one of the most important black people on this planet. Do not get on that spaceship. Well, okay, you know what? I'll give you. I see where you're going with this. The whole MJ story.
No.
What you did.
No. That MJ.
R. Kelly?
That MJ story with Oprah. I'll never forgive her. I will never forgive Oprah being in MJ's house
and it did a documentary.
Talking to that man, and then you're talking to liars.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Talking to liars. Gayle King, it was the whole Kobe stuff with her and
Lisa Leslie.
That was nasty.
Yeah, that was nasty.
That was nasty.
You know what? I already said that statement. Gayle, go on that spaceship.
That was
have a
nasty
good time.
You know.
But anyways,
have a blast.
But here's the thing: I'm telling people this. Listen,
election of consequences,
and billionaires are buying your freedom bit by bit by bit,
right under your noses,
and yet y'all still support these assholes.
Well, Elon's worth over $300 billion.
Well, was,
but he's losing money hand in fist now.
And the only saving grace for him right now is his government contracts. So I hope to the Democrats listening to this podcast, you know what they're doing in the power. Cut all ties to SpaceX, Starlink, and Tesla as soon as they get in office because he did not deserve your support or our tax dollars.
Okay, let's put it like this. So
for the damage he's doing to our democracy.
So he's losing billions like clockwork.
But he doesn't care because the why?
When should he really panic? Like, because
think about it. He government contracts.
When should really panic?
Yeah.
We lose government contracts.
No. When BYD and those Chinese EVs start coming to America.
But they won't do it because here's the thing. Because with his tariffs,
I hear you.
He's safe
now.
For now.
You're safe.
Which is kind of funny because his car, the Tesla 6 or 3, what it's called, is made in Shanghai, China.
So when
make it make sense.
When those Chinese EVs start coming to America, because BYD is already in Mexico already.
And Canada.
And that car is light years ahead of what's going on with Tesla.
Okay.
Have you there's actually an SUV, I'm gonna put it in the group chat.
That can go in water.
That can go on water. It can literally float and drive on water and gets off and continues driving. The Rivian SUV, it got caught in an a flood.
Yeah, it still drives.
And it still drives.
And not for nothing, that's pretty revolutionary because people who may not like planes who just travel different continents.
Yeah, I'm saying though. But
that's pretty cool.
The EV market is catching up.
Yep. Well,
you were the standard. Now the others are coming behind you.
You know what it is? It's been caught up. The problem is people getting blocked out of our market.
Yeah. Because
of reasons that we are so plain as day.
Because if I'm investing in a guy's campaign over $300 million, that means that's like $100 to me. Maybe $100K.
No.
To be honest, $300 million
for the average man
for a camp. No, I'm not for the average man. I'm just saying, if I'm at Elon Musk's net worth, right, and I'm giving close to $300 million in a political campaign, I'm treating it like I'm treating that like $100K.
Oh yeah,
that must feel like $100K
for the common man. Probably yeah, but
that's
I'm
crazy.
I'm my buns.
I mean, yeah,
because you know what? He's under multiple lawsuits. Like you said,
he was
the
under
SEC
multiple lawsuits.
is still at his ass right now.
SEC, the CFPB,
FTC,
you had the FTC, you had the National Highway Safety,
FCC.
Yeah, all these people coming after him.
Man.
He had over like almost 200 lawsuits, something like that. Sure. And he thought he was betrayed by the Democrat because you won't be held accountable for your dude. You're being negligent to your own audience, your own workers and stuff. There are so many lawsuits of racism at Tesla. It's ridiculous. And this is what we need to laugh at black people. Like, why are you buying Teslas? The guy's a known racist. His own former employees sued him for this. Why are you buying these cars?
It looks good.
Dude, and this is what I Spike Lee. I hope he sold his Tesla truck.
See, this is the.
I hope he sold. That's what I'm gonna say.
And I don't even want to get dark, but I have to.
Go ahead.
This is a problem with people with money and that's involved in lawsuits. They like to play around with people, and then at some point, enough's enough, and a Luigi pops out.
You know what it is? I won't hold it against. This is why. And I'm not dealing with quiet Luigi. We're not dealing with quiet Luigi. You know why? Because we all support him on both sides of the table.
Mm-hmm.
We all support him. You know how it got quiet real quick because there's no animosity towards this guy. There's no hatred. Even the prisoners treat like Jesus Christ himself.
Because in
prison, the prison healthcare system is god awful. You think the regular prison healthcare? This is the worst.
It's dog water. Because that's how bad it is in prison.
Mind you, we're paying it for it because our tax dollars are paying for the prison inmates.
When you can't account for someone who's after you and money can't like change that, like who's really trying to think about it. This man pretty much went to New York, was looking at this man's schedule and routine, and caught him slipping and stuff like that.
In front of the hotel.
More often than not, that does not happen to those type of people at that level.
Allegedly, we don't know it was him.
At worst for them, it's a lawsuit. After them other suits saw that, it's like, we need security.
Yeah.
We need security. We need some bulletproof cars.
Companies, and money. So these companies do better. It'd been a high ticket and personal security and privatized security firms being hired by these people. So rather do right by the people they effed over, they rather just hire $1 million worth of security to make sure nothing like this happens to them.
Listen, you 1%ers that are still out here doing grimy stuff. Keep your head on the swivel. Bruh, I'm telling you. Keep your head on the swivel. Coverage.
I'll be on healthcare.
And you'd be surprised at how much things my doctors will fight on my behalf.
That's crazy.
And that's what it is, because they want to find anything they can use to deny you service. Because you know what it is?
And God forbid I have a pre-existing condition.
But mind you, remember this one story. A woman said, a doctor, and she got in trouble too for putting it out there on blast from United Healthcare. Said she had to pretty much fight with United Healthcare for a person who was just had surgery to be approved for the surgery. She just had the surgery, and how long did they have to live? Like, excuse me? That's what one resident said on United Healthcare.
You see what I'm talking about?
Are you serious? We just finished the surgery. She just need additional things along with the surgery to take care of her, to make her be on her way. How long does she have to live? So you told me you are weighing out whether it's worth it for her to live or die on a call.
Scary word, bro.
And this money, this is just a regular guy at a desk who has to go by this whole list, this whole script to decide whether or not this person will be denied or not for the coverage.
That's dark.
Heck, my mom is fighting to get her coverage for her insurance.
Like, you paid all this money out the ass.
And she's a nurse. Make it make sense.
My mom went through the same thing.
Like, people pay stupid money, whether it's through their work, through their checks, whether it's through having a package where they pay X amount of dollars per month for it.
Yeah.
And
only to come out your face on them like we
still pay for
and still pay for your coverage.
So if you're gonna deny this
for the deductible,
give me all the money I've been paying for month to month.
They won't.
And I'll figure it out on my own.
They won't.
And stuff like that.
You won't do it, though.
They won't do it.
You're not gonna take my money tonight.
Same with people. Let's end taxes. So you know what? And Social Security. So you know what? All the money I put in Social Security in my pants right now.
Speaking of taxes, pivoted again
Good.
to an Audible. Did you hear that Tennessee was trying to eliminate state income tax?
What are you gonna replace it with then? Am I lying? Am I lying?
Like, we're going to save our citizens 5%. Why don't you raise the state level minimum wage? That way you can tax and you still get your money back.
Because that's too much of a good idea.
Anyways, what's your story, my friend?
Don't get me started on that conversation.
That's such a good idea, my guy.
Yeah.
We can't do good ideas to help people. And that's what we people put in the office for.
What?
Come on, man. You know that. We put in power just to F these people over. Not help them out. You crazy?
Shit, we can't be.
We can be actual
We
useful
can't be
people.
raising up minimum wage and not having you peons living check to, not having you peons no longer living check to check. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot, not me.
I'm not the politician.
Not me. I'm just telling you how it is
We're no politicians here.
and stuff like that. You know. Sometimes you got to tell the ugly truth so people can really understand what's going on out here. I can't sugarcoat this for you.
See how really F we really are.
You know. Got a couple of stories, but I'll start with this one. Couple stories, but I'll start. This is the first one I got. So this I found out recently. I actually found this out through my soccer group chat. One of my guys posted this earlier, which is good news. The Spanish court overturned soccer player Dani Alves' rape conviction on appeal.
Good.
This set up to AP News and the writer Joseph Wilson. Brazilian soccer player Dani Alves won his appeal against a sexual assault conviction as a Spanish court overturned the ruling Friday in a case that lasted more than 3 years and saw the former Barcelona defender spend 14 months in jail. Alves was found guilty in February 2024 of raping a woman in a nightclub in December 2022 and sentenced to 4 years and 6 months in prison.
How do you get overturned?
This is where
Because I'm trying to figure out if you're convicted, that's open and shut. They must have substantial evidence against you.
but there was but I guess
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, but I
apologize.
I'm sure he kept on appealing, as once the conviction was set. Alves denied wrongdoing during the 3-day trial. The court ruled Friday that there was insufficient evidence to rule out Alves' presumption of innocence. Dani Alves is innocent, and that has been proven, his defense lawyer Inez Guardiola told Catalan Radio. Justice has finally been served. The plaintiff's lawyer did not immediately respond to the Associated Press when emailed a message and asking for a comment. The Alves trial was the first high-profile case since Spain overhauled its laws in 2022 to make consent central to defining a sex crime in response to upswell of protests after a gang rape case during the San Fermin Bull Running Festival and Pamplona in 2016. The legislation, popularly known as the Only Yes Means Yes law, defines consent as an explicit expression of a person's will, making it clear that silence or passivity do not equal consent. But the 4 judges of a Barcelona-based appeals court ruled unanimously to overturn the conviction after reviewing the evidence and testimonies given to the lower court. In their ruling, they wrote that the testimony of the plaintiff, quote, differed notably from evidence of video footage taken before the woman and Alves entered the bathroom, where she said he forced her to have sex without her consent. Before last year's trial, the alleged victim told state prosecutors that she had danced with Alves at the nightclub and willingly entered the bathroom, but that later, when she wanted to leave, he would not let her. She said he slapped her, insulted her, and forced her to have sex against her will. Alves denied those accusations at the 3-day trial. Quote, she never told me to stop. We were both enjoying ourselves, Alves said, while repeating that the woman never asked to leave or made any indication that she did not want to have sex with him. He also denied having slapped or insulted her. Alves, now 41, was kept in jail from January 20th, 2023 until March 2024, until he was released after paying $1.2 million for bail while waiting his appeal. He also handed over his passports, with prosecutors having argued against releasing him on bail because of possible fight risk. Prosecutors wanted his prison sentence increased to 9 years, while the victim's lawyer wanted him to stay behind bars for 12 years.
Jesus.
The decision could be appealed to the Spanish Supreme Court in Madrid. Listen,
Which you might get there.
this is, to me, I'm happy for him because, just all that personal stuff aside, he's one of like Brazil's greatest players ever at his position, and one of Barcelona's best signing from their most successful period. I mean, this guy played over 1,018 games, won 43 trophies. This is for club and country, and had 76 goals, 236 assists from the right back position. Like, this guy is just a monster of a player.
But my inquiry is, do you feel he did it or not, or you just feel that it was consensual and she
It was weird because he even had me guessing, because when I first caught wind of what was going on and I was trying to keep up with it and read it, there was a lot of inconsistencies on her side and his side, from the standpoint of like he didn't do it and stuff like that, and he was trying to like pretty much deny even crossing paths with her, from what I read.
All right, that way they would do you dirty.
From what I read,
yeah.
But the thing is, it's just like, I think he was doing a lot of this because he didn't want this to get out, because at the time when he was doing all this BS, he was I think he was either had a fiance or he was married.
Ooh,
and it's like my dude. It's if the sacrifice is your relationship over your freedom, let the relationship be the sacrifice.
Yeah.
This is not what you want to go to jail for.
You don't want to crash out for that.
You don't want to crash out for that, and you don't want that tag on you.
Nope.
As a person who did it. This was a blessing in disguise for him, because think about it. What she said versus what transpired on camera is, they were dancing. You willingly went to the bathroom with him. So even if, let's just say, for argument's sake, you may not have known who he was exactly. Probably at some point you find out who he is and stuff like that. He got money. You probably find him attractive or whatnot. Y'all go to the bathroom and things happen and stuff like that. And we're in a time where is the perception is, quote, believe all women, and you're in this, instead of you being innocent until proven guilty, you're guilty. You're guilty already. So my whole thing is just like, remember, this was a unanimous overturn.
Yeah.
So what they were seeing, based on what she was saying, nah, something ain't right. And this is becoming normal, not only with soccer players, but with athletes in general and stuff like that. So my thing is just like, we're in a time where like these things happen. But my whole thing is like, how long does this keep happening? And what is going to be the consequence for the accusers, for the accusers making these false accusations? Because she gets to walk away. I think the woman is still anonymous. She gets to walk away, and that'll be that. And there's always going to be people looking at him like, yo, he might have done this. Like, when I saw this, I was shocked, because I don't know this man from a hole in the wall, but he seems like a friendly, lovable, high energy guy and stuff like that.
And he's out here doing this.
Yeah, man, it's hard to believe,
That's why
bro.
you gotta be careful who you lay with, man.
That's a fact.
How many times I keep telling y'all this?
Listen, man.
I've been telling y'all.
Yeah.
Telling, screaming, yelling, warning. Being the little voice in the back of your head. What would Intence do? And stop giving it away, bro. Slow it down, player.
Dudes, you got too much to lose, man. Because at the end of the day,
way too much to lose.
At the end of the day, even if she's down for all of this and don't ask you for a cent and stuff like that, if you do whatever you do with this girl and make her feel like a slur or whatever and stuff like that, she could just change the narrative on you dumb quick. She could spin that story and you find yourself in a world of problems, bro, and stuff like that. And I don't think that was the case, but maybe she felt like a slur. Maybe she felt like
disgusted, and now she's like, "Oh, I want to get my get back." Well, too late.
She just switched the story, bro.
Of course she did. All right, y'all.
It's grimy.
Let's get to this wise guy.
Oh, already?
Yeah, man. Getting late.
Get this through your head.
Wise guy.
You only exist out here because of me. That's the only reason. Without me, you personally, every wise guy still around, I'll take a piece of your wise guy. West. You're don't ever go over my head again.
All right, y'all. It's my favorite time. It's the wise guy corner. You want to be a wise guy, huh? Where you going? Come on, man. Really?
Pause the video. Pause it.
This guy right here, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna make me. I'm not stopping nothing. If he would have did that, I should have said something sooner. Oh my god, bro. Said he said.
Yep.
It's getting late, bro. yeah. I'm gonna complain about the pomegranate. Anyhow, you good now? You're not gonna get up and move again? No. All right, good. So our first wise guys question, well, story, goes to this goofy chick right here.
Go ahead.
Red brain?
So a woman is going viral on social media for telling a man he asked the wrong questions after they were just talking. The man says to her, "What you up to?" She says, "Shopping online." Why? He goes, "Oh, what you shopping for, pretty?" She says, "Clothes for my vacation." And then she goes, "Also, and you're asking the wrong questions." He goes, "LOL. What question should I be asking?" She says, "How much is in your cart?" LMAFO. He replies back, "Now, why would I ask some silly ass ish like that?" Let's discuss. Can we discuss this?
Go ahead. Repeat that one more time. We'll hear this one time. Let me get my head together on this one. Give me 1 second. Repeat that one more time. I'm gonna be ready for this.
A woman
Yep.
is going viral on social media
Go ahead.
for telling a man he's asking the wrong questions after they were just talking. So he asks her, "What you up to?" She says, "I'm shopping online right now."
Right.
Why? He goes, "Ooh, what you shopping for?" Pretty. She goes, "Clothes for my vacation."
All right.
That's cool.
Cool.
Then she goes, "By the way, and you're asking the wrong questions."
How am I asking the wrong question?
He goes, "What? LOL, what? What question should I be asking?" She then goes,
Go ahead.
"How much is in your cart?" He replies back, "Now, why would I do some silly ass ish like that?"
Because she wanted you to pay for it, of course.
So let's discuss this, y'all. Let's talk about it.
You know what? I just reposted a video from DL Hughley's page about a woman saying that you shouldn't date, man shouldn't date women they can't afford. And actually, you know what? Pull that up, the video up real quick. Yeah, Instagram on your computer, right?
I'm looking at it right now, player.
No, I mean the DL Hughley page.
I do.
Okay, I want y'all to. Give me 1 second, guys. I should have asked this from the beginning because this was a video. I was like, "Yo, this is some real video."
This one, the black chick right here, she with a pink shirt.
No. It's this one right here, the pink robe. Yep, that's the one.
All
right.
All right, let me play it because since Ceddy said make you do another audible.
Sorry, man. I'm like, what's his name? The guy from the Patriots, Brady. I'm calling the audible, man. All right, because this one is gonna be a good one for you guys to hear.
Yeah, hold on. Pomegranate done, huh?
Yeah, I would give you my taco if you wanted the taco.
No. I needed a pomegranate.
You know you cannot afford.
I appreciate the offer, though.
You already see the woman's lifestyle. You see how she living.
So if she's already living that lifestyle all on her own, what exactly is the issue?
You know you can't afford it. Now when she asks you for money to upkeep the lifestyle that she's already living.
Wait. What exactly are these women in these scenarios doing? Why would they be asking men for money in the first place? I thought these women were strong and independent and could do things all on their own. And obviously they've been maintaining their lifestyles beforehand. But yet they would ask men for money while they're dating. That's why they're giving the impression that some women aren't as strong and independent as they want everyone else to think that they are. It's either that or they just view men as walking ATMs. So which one is it?
You want to get an attitude. Go be with your type. She's not your type.
Right. They should be with their type, shouldn't they? The type of women that actually want a relationship and don't view men as just a means to an end.
Stop approaching women you know you cannot afford.
There you go. She's dropping bars, that woman right there. I love that woman on IG. I forgot her name, the white woman. But she's one of a few white women that be dropping these gems. Like, yo, God bless this woman, man. Because, you know what I mean? It's like, listen, as a man who worked at a strip club, bouncing as a bouncer and stuff like that, man, you know how real it is when you come to these, some of these girls you build a relationship with until you leave the place. And I guarantee you, about 90%, 95% of the women that I was dealing with treated me like a bum nerve, outright. As soon as I got let go, it's like I never existed.
Of course.
And it's like, word? Except for a few of them, do you know who they are? I appreciate y'all. I ain't gonna say that.
Of course.
So thank you for keeping in touch with me. Because those are the real ones right there. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Because, you know what I mean, we build a rapport with each other and actually friends and all that stuff. And we still talk to this day. I can do like less than 10 women I talk to.
I'm not surprised.
But the rest of them, y'all can eat all the you probably already do already, but but that's besides the point. But honestly, it's like, yo, like you always see nothing more and what it means to an end. And it's just disgusting.
I got a couple things two perspectives.
Go
on
ahead,
this.
man. Go ahead.
From my personal perspective, as I've gotten older, and as I've got more game, whether it's like through listening to y'all or other people and processing information. I think just as a man in general, it's just important to have your money right, not only for your confidence, but just knowing that you have the ability to take care of yourself and things like that, because it gets easier, the process of elimination when it comes to girls and stuff like that, because my thing is, like, the more you listen to these type of women and try to even really give their whatever they're saying real validity, you're just becoming dumber, because
you can't,
because my thing is, like, they only say that to men that they're not interested in.
If a relationship is built on money,
it's not
it's not sustainable.
It's not sustainable, and this is what I'm saying. They only say that to men they're not interested in.
Yep.
And what's going to happen is that she'll end up wanting more and more.
Yep.
And more.
And when you're tapped out,
until you're tapped out,
on to the next one.
Or you can't no longer for her needs, or she upgrades from you, you're gonna crash out.
Like, I see so many dudes that used to be like,
you and I both. We done seen some guys.
I seen dudes that went to prison for the next 30 years of their life.
All for a chick.
Female. Yep.
Or better yet, I see one guy. This dude would max out his father's business cards. In the clubs.
Meanwhile, there's some dude that don't have $1 to his name
and trying to start off the ground.
And he don't got $1 to his name, and then he treating that girl like crack because he's not really into her.
Yeah.
But anytime he's around, he'll say jump and she'll say how high.
Yeah. She'll pop
anytime around. So like I said, this line of thinking about, like, you don't have enough money to afford her, that only applies to men you're not interested in.
Bingo.
I'm gonna say that the Kingpin said it himself in the Daredevil series. And I have to buy you just to get to know you. They're not worth having.
I tell women like this: if I gotta buy you for your time,
it's not worth having.
Just an accessory to me, baby.
Yep.
And you'll be treated as
you're
such.
here to make me look good.
You're just a toy.
Yeah.
And
remember that.
When I get tired of this toy, I'll throw it away.
When I get tired of you, they push to the side.
There you go.
Don't get upset.
Chase
And
pavements.
I've been trying to tell these shorties, I had a friend of mine. Oh, I understand these dudes with a lot of money. I don't get it because they play by a different set of rules
Yep.
that you don't understand yet. young blood.
Because remember, here's the thing. At the end of the day, if they have money, remember, the power's all in them. Because they don't have to choose you. You can choose whoever they want. And women don't realize that. And that's what kills me the most. Like, yo, y'all don't see it, but you see it sooner when you get burned hard. And I hope it happens.
I think a lot of them are I think these are the early beginnings of what a lot of these type of women with this mindset is learning. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, there's gonna be a point when dudes will be like, yo, no,
give up.
Or just be like, no, this way, I don't date down.
Or
I don't date for no chicks that don't have their own, that are not ambitious and stuff like that, don't have a career, that don't have their things in place. Because that's the thing. A lot of these women, and what's his name? Trip Fontaine said it best. A lot of these women are adopting the worst sides of men by trying to come at you from a standpoint of like, we got our own jobs, we make our own money and stuff like that. Why are men not interested in us and stuff like that? Right? But let a man, but when a man leads with that, you guys don't like it. Yeah. But we're supposed to take it. And he just come from the standpoint of like, how come you women don't talk about like, your character, or like, yeah, I have some issues, but I'm in therapy and I'm trying to work it out. Like, if you find that clip, I gotta find that clip and send it to you, Kev. Like, the way he was talking, bro, these women was quiet, bro.
Yeah, it was like pin drop.
You could hear a pin drop because what he was saying is facts and stuff like that. Because the things that they lead with nowadays, especially women who got a good job, who got their car and educated and stuff like that, they will lead that towards men as if they're entitled to this type of manner or whatnot. But let me be like, yo, I got money, I got a car and stuff like that. I could I could make sure you never have to work. And so it's like, why are you leading with money? Right?
Exactly. You're right.
But let that quote unquote man have no money and stuff like that. He said, oh, you're broke. You're brokey.
Yeah.
But you was just busting it open for this guy who has nothing, and he hugs the block.
Yep. And here's the thing about those dudes. Those dudes don't have a long shelf life. I'll tell you right now, because I see a lot of these dudes get that upstate program for 5, 10, 15 years, and you go for the next street boy.
And that's why
it makes no sense to me at all.
That's why you can't give a lot of women in their perspectives validity, because these are the same type of women that could have a man check all the boxes and there's still something wrong with him.
Okay, you know what? He doesn't have enough money, or he has a certain height, or is a certain he has no six pack, or don't have the right complexion.
He's too soft and stuff like that.
And that's what killing the most. Why is it that if a man is soft, you deem him as being weak? Dude, that's farther from the truth.
You know what I say as a rebuttal for that?
Yeah.
I am the warrior in the garden.
Same thing here.
You can't.
I'm a proud man. I'm a Sigma guy.
You can't tell me you want. You can't tell me you want the soft life, but want Ike Turner energy. It don't work.
Thank you.
It don't work. I'm telling you, it don't work.
I know. There's these top stories at my former job about being abused by their ex-husband.
Of course, yes.
I was like, but yet you won't give a guy who actually gives a damn about women time of day.
Some of these girls, when you hear the stuff they talk about, you're like, I can see why he did it. What he did. I can see your actions of why he,
Like, I want to say like that,
some of the stuff that you hear that they do.
There's never a reason to hit a female.
Okay.
I mean, some women, I see they're a victim of abuse, and I understand that.
No, but I know. When I mean what I said.
Yeah.
And don't get mad at me. When I mean, like, for example, I had one chick, right? Mm-hmm. Why are you messing with the man's brother?
Never reason to hit a female, right?
Listen.
Yo.
Why?
You know what? I wouldn't even hit her. I just leave.
You're messing with the man's brother? So he's abused the word. But you told me he found
the next
out
guy you go to is the brother.
He messed that you messed with the man's brother. Those are only a few times. You messed with the man's brother.
Listen, man.
What don't you understand about that? That's a line you don't cross.
Listen, some of these women are habitual line steppers.
Or better yet, you hear, oh well, I took from one of my friend's kids. What? You took from one of your friends, from one of their kids?
It's just really.
Do you hear yourself what you just said?
It's just really terrible stuff, bro, man. It's like, yo, what type of time you're on? Like with dudes, like yeah.
My husband and my boyfriend found out, and now him and his friend is going to war after me. is causing her problems. You don't say.
Shoot. Oh, I would never give a shorty the satisfaction. It's like, we may not tell, be like, yo, listen, Brody, you know, right now, I ain't rocking with you, but I'm not about to crash out over. You can have her, bro. Or it ain't gonna be no back and forth. Hell
man.
no.
Look.
Hell no. You're just a slur.
Look, man.
I'll say it to your face. You just like that's my thing. It's one thing, you know, a dude would be hurt if you cheat on him and stuff like that. But when you out here trying to cheat with like a family member or a close friend, you wildin'. You always like, oh, this is who you really are.
Yes.
Oh, okay, bet.
And now that man he does not have the emotional capacity to understand it.
No.
He doesn't.
No, so the crash out stock is very high.
Yeah, and it's always gonna be a problem when you two come together.
You know,
it's never gonna go anywhere.
Sure.
All right, I got my last one.
Mm-hmm.
Wise guy. It's a beautiful story.
My husband had 4 kids. Damn. From his first wife. He had no money.
Oh, I saw this clip.
But he loved me.
What more do you want from me?
It's a lot in black dating world, and I don't know if it's like this in the white dating world, but it's all about, are you high value? Are you an alpha male? Are you a beta male? What do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? It's gotten very superficial. They had this guy named Kevin Samuels.
Listen, man.
And he used to give this, you just tell women, you're too fat, you'll never get anybody.
Yeah.
It's become very adversarial, at least in some areas of the black community, but they're not looking for what we were looking for. They want value, and I wanted companionship. We do so much time on the internet now, you know, we are aggregating everybody else's angst by watching their sad stories, and then we're trying to prove a point, you know, well, I'm high value and I can get this guy and that guy. They're comparing what kind I got, how much, how good I got, how much money I got, how pretty I am, and, you know, is my guy an alpha guy, and I don't date guys with under $100,000. My husband had 4 kids from his first wife. He had no money, but he loved me. And look, I made more money now because I made a guy who made less than I did and was never going to make as much as I did. But he and I ended up doing quite well because he was the brother I needed.
That's a bar.
He couldn't have done it without me, and I couldn't have done it without him. That's when you've hit the jackpot.
That's a bar.
The one thing I will say is her Kevin Samuels example is a bit off, because this was the narrative around him, and this is the problem that comedians usually have.
No, but she said it. She corrected herself.
She corrected herself at midway through the story.
That's a valid point. It's just like people were going off of clips and trying to judge them versus how those clips got to where they got.
Yeah. No, they never watched the whole
they
thing.
Get clipped. It was like 30 seconds to a minute.
She was nailing everything she said.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it goes to show that, and here's a kicker. I go back to the conversation we had before the podcast. Like, in terms of divorce rates and abuse rates and all that stuff, guess who has the highest divorce and abuse rates in America right now? Which group? Take a wild guess.
First-time couples?
No. Who has the highest abuse and divorce rates between relationships between men and women, men on men, or women on women?
Oh.
Take a wild guess.
For some reason, I want to say women and women. I think I'm gonna go women and women.
All right, you Walt?
Of course, I told you too much egos in one space. It's not healthy. Oh, shoot.
I should have laughed.
Of course, it'd be women and women.
Both of you are right, because statistically, women and women relationships tend to be the highest divorce rates at 75%. 75%.
I don't understand. Don't they have so much in common?
I've tried hard not to laugh at this guy. I'm trying so hard not to laugh. Men and women relationships. Men and women relationships. Or I think I'm at
this one. I'm not giving that one.
I think men and women relationships is about 50%, 55%, and men on men relationships are at 38%.
Wow.
Because men understand.
So
unfortunately, we understand each other.
Yeah.
So.
No? I understand. Just get it done.
Wow, I'm just so.
That's why
I'm not sure it's man on man or man on trans man. I'm not sure that any correlation between that shit.
Either way,
at the end of the day, it tells you right now, 2 wrongs don't make a right. I guess. Come on, Kevin. Come on. Don't do that, Kevin. Don't do that. But reality is this:
see my face?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna laugh at me that.
So what you're saying? Women on women are red flags. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying.
Well, statistically suggests that.
It's like honestly, we're not the problem as we claim to be, and I guess that's just what it is. And
See, that's the lie.
Y'all. They may come after me.
Canceled. You're gonna get canceled.
I might get canceled. I'll say my 2 cents.
Go ahead.
I mean, at the rate, the way we're all getting canceled, eventually we're going to be extinct. So, like, I'm just saying.
I'm not. Listen, man. At the end of the day, it's like, yo, am I lying? I'll give a statistic right now. I'll give the actual.
Like, if you're going to cancel me because I'm into women, I mean, listen, man. At some point, if we don't reproduce. Fossil fuel.
Iron Wall's going full on.
I'm saying
the numbers don't lie.
I'm just saying,
So, I was gonna say, I've watched lesbian women have way more infidelity with lesbian women than when they were when they were dating a guy.
Say it ain't so.
So here's the thing. Here's from the.
You know how many these what's the proper word? Stud ladies?
Stud muffins?
Over there hollering every little time.
Butch Cassidy's?
I see some of the women.
Jessica Jones, all.
I see some of the studs even complain about how they're
constantly cheating. Constantly.
Or they'll say, I understand why guys.
And they say, I get why you act the way you do, bro.
Yeah.
You drive me crazy.
Exactly.
You think?
When studs are feeling what dudes feel like, yo, what's that? Yo, the game is lost. Yeah, here's the thing. Lesbian couples have higher divorce rates compared to gay male and heterosexual couples, influenced by emotional expectations and societal pressures. Lesbian couples more likely to have children, face parenting challenges that can strain their relationships. Women included in lesbian relationships are more likely to initiate divorce due to unmet expectations or empowerment to leave.
You know what happens when you got like, this gonna sound super sexist, but I don't care. When you got two,
listen, we already got the holes in the boat. I'm trying to plug it up now.
Listen, man,
what more happened now?
When you got two same sex, women that are wired the same way, that go through a monthly cycle, and stuff like that.
I'm frowning where this is about to go.
Eventually, you could see how problematic that they could be, especially when they are intimately aligned.
So
instead of being platonic,
So here's the thing. Here's the statistic right here.
I mean, but I don't get it. Don't they want to be in each other's skin? Like, I'm just trying to figure it out.
According to Mediate right now, from 2019, 75% of same-sex divorces were between female couples, and now it went down a little bit. It's now 67.2%.
Wow, 67.2%.
So before it was at 70%. That means
75%.
Every first-time couple, 3/4 were getting divorced.
Now they're just trying to pick their battles, man. I'm not trying to fight.
Now, if you say 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 are heading for divorce.
But don't worry, don't worry.
6.5.
What they'll say is don't look at. They can't worry about the numbers. What you mean? This is happening in real time. What's going on?
So out of 20 first-time couples, 13 of them will fail.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Red flags. All I hear is red flags, bro.
But back to this lovely lady right now. Was given the gospel.
Felicia Rashad was giving them a gospel too. They ain't trying to hear it. It's all right. I'm not getting jealous. What'll matter?
She said that I wasn't looking for
She said
money
that
man.
These women today are dressing like slurs instead of dressing with respect. And y'all want to be so liberated.
I didn't say that.
Y'all want to be so
He's
liberated. And
what
then when
I'm
some of y'all
saying
turn into cat ladies, y'all like to blame men for it.
This is not about vanity. It's about companionship. That's what she wanted to boil down to.
But let's be real, bro. If we Google search Felicia Rashad right now, we could be like, wow, that's a beautiful woman, and she's and she's not out here, trying to there's trying to show us everything and stuff like that. I appreciate a good looking woman who's not always out here trying to show.
Sorry about that.
But yeah. as I was saying, a lot of these women try to force things on men and tell us what we should like. No, we'll tell you what we like.
A little technical difficulties here.
We'll tell you what we like.
Mr.
You know,
Parts.
there's nothing wrong. You could still be very attractive and not be showing a bunch of skin. You could still leave a lot, you know, to be desired. You know, because my thing is like, if I see everything, it's just like,
tell me about it.
Anybody could do that. Sometimes guys just want to, you know, have a bit of imagination. Guys want to know, like, okay, you know, whatever I'm going to see, it's always going to be in private settings. It's not going to be for everybody.
So since you asked that question, I'm gonna ask you a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Both of you guys.
Go ahead.
So you got your shorty, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all about to go on a date.
Yeah.
Comes out, she got a see-through top on.
I'll be like, so this is what we doing? Like, you single?
But I'm with you.
Yeah, I understand that. But I don't approve.
So you're not letting your lady with a see-through outfit?
No, because if she's bold,
what? What's wrong with your face?
No, because my thing is, if she's bold enough to do that and not understand where I'm coming
Good night,
from,
folks.
No. If she's bold enough to do that and not understand where I'm coming from, then then she's free. She's single now. Period.
See, I was in a video, like,
but she with you though.
She's single now. Man.
You're outside with your missus. She's put. You're here with her.
I mean, listen, man.
Okay, so let's say if the see-through outfit has a bikini, like a panty, bra and panty. No?
Or going to the beach?
Yo.
No. Then no.
Listen,
I don't be that guy to dictate how one wears, but some things are appropriate and some things are not appropriate. You should have you're a grown ass adult. You should more have a common sense and wear it all to realize what's appropriate for certain places and events.
If she's okay with me free balling, going to the brunch with her friends, I mean, then
wearing my white sweats.
I guess we're even.
We wear white sweats, right? White sweats or gray sweats.
We really understand each other.
See my third arm.
So, all right.
They're all going to be looking at me like the double hard for the rest of the brunch. All I did with the mimosas and trying to take their shot.
And you're not about to, you're not about to.
I see y'all ladies drunk during
and
brunches.
And men,
I seen it.
And
y'all
dudes,
loose.
Hold on, dudes. You only have a leg to stand on. If you met her,
am I lying?
Hold on. Men only have a leg to stand on if you met her and she wasn't wearing provocative clothes. If you met her while she was wearing provocative clothes, she will throw that in your face.
Correct.
And you're just gonna have to either dump her or eat it.
So what if she ages up? All right. So here's my coming from, right?
Yeah.
So I had a friend of mine. We all go out, and she got the. It's a top outfit.
Yeah.
But she has the thing where the middle is like fishnet, the size of fishnet, but the strap is where her her breasts are covered,
yeah,
and her back, I looked at him like, bruh, and he goes, "Nah, man, she with me, man. She did good." I'm like,
"You sure about that?
You know where we at right now, player?
You better read the room." That's what I would have told him.
Where we at, man?
Even I was like,
what place was that? Bar or restaurant or what?
I think we're out like at a shoot. I think we were out. Where was he at? It wasn't it was album release party.
See, you gotta be more formal. You can't be something like so provocative unless you really want that attention, which is ridiculous.
I'll show you how to network. It's network. I'll tell you that.
Listen.
I'll tell you that.
Y'all come at me for being tone police and all that stuff and wardrobe police and all that stuff. But guys, listen.
No, let it be outside.
Yo,
let Brother Love pull up for a second.
Yo, I'm asking you guys a question, right?
Bet you she won't be your girl after tonight.
I'm asking you guys a question. Strip it down. I'm asking you guys a question, right?
I'll tell you, man. She with you, big dog. Had an album release party?
Yeah, after the party, she was somebody else.
Let the R&B dudes come by. Jeremiah and stuff like that. Chris Brown.
Come through, man.
You know, Trey Songz gives it up.
You know, shoot.
Yeah.
Neo already told you what he's into. Like, you know.
You hear what 50 had to say about Trey Songz? Yeah, man, you can't come to 50 Day no more, man. You over here causing scenes and riots stuff, man.
Yeah, about our fights. Nah, you
trying
can't
to take man's girls and all that.
Yeah, you can't be doing
that. Come on,
come on, bro. I'm Mr. Steer Girl. Come on now.
No.
Neighbors know his name, man. What you mean?
I'm gonna say this point blank. Here's the thing, right? I'm gonna say to myself, listen, I know what I wear. I know what I like to wear. I'm not gonna wear anything out of pocket. I'm gonna wear anything that's gonna bring a lot of attention. I like what I like. I keep it formal or keep it casual, but I'm gonna keep it clean and dapper and from a lineup and everything else. Like that's who I am. Presentation for me is in which you look presentable, smell good, look good, be clean, and that's just what it is. Like, 'cause you don't know where you're gonna be at. Be worse than that. You can wear it all seasons in all situations outside of something that's formal, and you're good to go. Like, I don't know why that's so hard for people to understand. Like, to each their own. Y'all got your own vibe. I respect it, but at least when you go to certain places, like you go to like a restaurant or like nothing crazy, just be presentable. Don't be out of pocket. Don't be extra. Don't be wearing something like I can see your camel toe or see your freaking like your dog tail swinging and stuff like that in public. Yo, just have some goddamn sense and be presentable, man.
Ladies, listen, let me tell you something.
And for both men and women.
Let me tell you something. I'll be watching you carefully. I'll be watching you what you wear.
I can read a mileage sometimes.
Anytime we go out to like the album releases parties, and then I'll be watching what you wear anytime we go to the dates. You know,
you see that? Like,
because if you
out, like clit ring, what the? Yo, I can see right through you.
Because if you out here wearing some next stuff at the album release parties, but then want to be conservative and stuff like that in the intimate dates, I'm like, oh yeah, yo, it's gonna be a very, very short chapter. Watch.
Yeah. Funny story.
Go ahead.
Shoot.
I'm at the brunch one day, right?
Let me guess. Am I right? I was right about the women being loose, right?
Yes.
Exactly. I've been to a couple of brunches. I did security for brunches.
Shorty came up to the party, bro. And she had like a shirt that was like cut in the middle.
Yeah.
With a V. Had her belly button exposed.
Yep. And you see her chi-chis,
and
right?
You can see like it came back and went back. I'm like, what the hell?
And you see her underwear, right?
No, but you could her breast was like hanging the squeeze. I'm like, bro, one wrong move, it falling out.
Wow. Like, come on, titty.
It falling out.
Come on, titty.
You wanted exposure, right?
You wanted attention. Congratulations, you got the attention.
They're trying to dance up on me. Like, Mom, don't do that.
I think you showed me the vid for that woman, right?
There's probably a different one.
Oh,
and you know how these other females give it up in the group chat.
Like,
so fast.
I'm afraid to go to that party. I'm trying to go to that party. It's a wrap
so
for my
much.
ass.
She's doing so much.
I need an adult.
Why you on my DJ for?
I need an adult.
Facts.
Yo.
Like, yo, I gotta be his personal security right now, man.
Yo, I remember one of the peoples there was like, oh, that's my DJ. Him? He ain't your DJ.
See, now I gotta be personal security now. See, I gotta be personal security. I'm doing it for free.
He's everybody DJ. We talking about he loves all of us. What you mean he's your DJ?
Uh-oh.
You know I love me some of him. I'm like, oh my, whoa.
Trouble.
Well, where you been at?
See, I gotta come through. I'll be a stunt double.
Where you been at? Where you been hiding? I'm working.
I'm gonna be a stunt double right now. Like, yo.
Yeah, listen, man.
I'm gonna be your stunt double from now on. There you go.
Listen. Ladies, y'all don't gotta do all that extra stuff, you know?
Like, slow down on the bottomless mimosas. That can happen. That can happen.
Today, I had a group of ladies, bro, stumbling out the door, bro. Just... You the DJ?
Hey.
You did great, but you paid too much that Caribbean music. I love it and all, but damn.
Well,
I'm gonna come back next week.
I better hit some hip hop,
and I'm gonna show what to do. Trick or trick or trick. I said, "Miss, you came too late."
Just like in bed, you came too late.
You came too late. I played all that already. I was on a different kind of vibe right now. You know, I'm chilling right now. What's up, sweetheart?
Ladies,
you know what? You think you cute? And
you know what?
Like this. I was like, oh my god,
don't do that.
Oh my gosh.
Ladies, respect your man, because if you out here dressing like you single, believe me, they'll put you right on the market.
Oh yeah, she's for the streets.
Just respect your man. You know, don't be out here trying to network, get exchange IGs, telephones in front of your man and stuff like that. Because listen, you could have a roster on standby, but just remember, dudes is observing. We watching now and stuff like that. We'll let you get all the attention you're looking for.
But you don't like the results.
Listen, man.
Listen, I'm gonna say this point blank. Women, we love y'all. Nothing but love for y'all. Let's go without saying, but the word of the next decade is gonna be this for y'all: accountability.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong being accountable of your actions and your behavior.
And also another word they gotta learn is audacity. Nothing is given; it's earned.
Not only that, another thing, because this is
they don't like that word audacity.
Oh no, they don't that.
You women,
not all.
So don't give us some red pill. We're not red pillars.
No,
also, far from it.
We say it a few.
You women, and because this is a very important statement I'm gonna make right now. You women gotta respect the mundane, okay? You women gotta understand that real life ain't no IG portfolio clip of trips turning up in
first
clubs
of all,
and stuff like
it's
that.
the young women that think that.
No,
I think old women too.
No, there's
some older joints.
Older
You know
women that
why?
be on that type of time.
That's why I hate the phones.
Yeah,
because the phones, you get sucked into the vortex, and you think it's real.
It's only entertainment.
It's a facade.
It's only entertainment, people.
And that's what when I made my statement on my story, like people rather be entertained than educated.
Yep. Look what
they looked at me like I was crazy.
Look where we're at right now. Probably some of this
that,
country,
bro. For example, that guy that's going on social media with his alarm clock and all the stuff he's doing. Well, I wake up at 6. I wake up at 4 o'clock every morning.
That lame ass dude in Saratoga water.
And I wash my face with Saratoga water. I'm like, bro,
this isn't that good water. Listen, no, it surprise me. Give that Waikiki water. How about that? Get that volcanic water. Prove something to beat. I'm kidding. I love Waikiki water. That's just my water.
And then taking banana peel and rubbing it across his face. I'm like,
I was about to think the whole banana itself is a smash himself across the face with that.
Man.
And then you got the women. Oh, goals in the comments.
Yeah. Then I want you to do the same thing he does. We go 3 a.m. and do the same thing she does. 4 a.m. and do the same shit he does.
By 8.
Nah, a lot of these women.
Y'all can't hang with that. I guarantee you. I know myself. I cannot do that life. All right, I have to earn my paycheck. I work 16-hour days.
And mind you, that same man.
Yeah.
I don't know if you peeped the video. She was pouring water for him. He had his breakfast laid out. She had his dinner line laid out.
In the pool.
I'm like,
he went to the sauna. He did a little bit of boxing. He did a little bit of
the mundane things. That man, the faithful man, coming home playing video games, or just wants to be quiet for an hour drinking a beer. That's fine.
And that's what I understand with some of y'all. It's like women in general. Like, yo, what's wrong living a boring life?
Sometimes you gotta be a little exciting though. You can't be all.
You want to travel? I'm with that. You want to hang out outside sometime? I'm with that. You want to go to another country? I'm with that.
No,
but it's not gonna be a constant thing on a regular.
No, it's not.
Also, Tony Stark-ish.
No, listen, it's still important to date your spouse and make plans.
And I agree.
I agree. But my thing is like this ain't gonna be some kind of like Mission Impossible movie every day, bro.
No,
it's a false reality.
That's what social media has is perceived.
Yeah,
like doing a new thing now. What females are doing?
What
certain females? It's my birthday, y'all. It's my birthday week.
Yeah. Yeah, that's been the thing.
That's
for a while.
one of the new things. And help me get my birthday photo shoot.
Help yourself.
Take your phone, hold it to your face, flash,
portrait mode.
That's it.
Portrait mode.
Some females
effects.
are getting professional photographers.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I don't mind it, but don't be out here trying to gather other people to fund it.
They're trying
and stuff like that. Listen.
They are trying.
For those who are getting it funded, more power to you. But this ain't the norm.
This ain't the norm.
This ain't the norm.
All right, y'all. I'm Walt. Give them your handle, please, sir.
Walt 1090_. My alt is the motion page, and my
that's it, folks. I'm Walt is now dead.
Yep.
It's Walt 1090
_.
I'm not saying 1090 underscore. I'm gonna say I'm Walt. That's your new name. I'm Walt. Stay in there. Sorry.
All right.
I won't.
Sorry,
Ceddy Setter.
Ceddy55.bluesky.social. Blue Sky. That's for me. And also Ceddy 55 will become public. So I'm going to use my page. Ceddy Rooney is going to be my private instead for my IG. So Ceddy 55 is going to become public soon. So stay tuned.
Happy Eid Mubarak, all my Muslim friends out there, friends and family. This Ramadan, I keep saying this was the toughest one. This probably was the hardest one out of all of them. Because, man, the temptation outside, boy.
Yep.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, listen, man.
And I'm not talking about temptation as far as, I'm just talking temptation. You know, I lost a friend of mine. I wanted to crash out, couldn't do that. Want to have a little liquor, couldn't do that. I was like, look, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna hold the court. People talking to you crazy, like, I'm not giving that energy. So, rest in peace, Maybach Swag again.
Next week, we're gonna talk about this later on next week.
What?
Kanye's situation in Tokyo right now.
What's going on with Kanye in Tokyo?
We're in the black hoodie, like the KKK.
So they did that interview in Tokyo?
Yes.
Academics went to Tokyo for the interview?
Yes. It's 10:40 a.m. in Tokyo, where you are, and it's looking like you've become everything you've never wanted to be, old and outdated. No, not your music. The core and essence of you is still in there, just lost. But you, Kanye Omari West, it's looking like Larry Holmes, flabby and sick, is you right now.
Who said that?
Our boy Artemis Gordon is doing a page.
Oh, it's called them out on it.
Yep. Like, everything is a stunt with no results to show for other than some clicks and likes. You've combined your love for Salvador Dali with Ozzy Osbourne, Alice Cooper, and the Capote hate worn by the brotherhoods of the Nazarenos or Farisios to make yourself look this scary character. Ooh, boy, we is scared. I love you, bro, but you, sir, are full of ish. You say you're doing this and that to help people, but put your money where your mouth is. I mean, you're rich, right? So it is F everyone until they help you. You got rich people problems, so why should we care? You ain't got your kids because of, drumroll please, YOU. You.
Yeah.
If you were not trying to be so avant-garde, then I'm sure them people would let you have them more than you do. To be honest, bro, your sons should be up under you.
Oh, this is a full
negotiations.
Post.
Yep, but you don't trust yourself now, do you? I mean, you flip-flop mental diagnosis after diagnosis, friend after friend, and finish track after finish track. What can anyone point to that is consistent besides your love for your mother? I still firmly believe you are suing her estate for abandoning you. Wow.
Wait, he's suing his mom's estate?
Yeah. He
wasn't in charge for his mom's estate?
No,
he was or wasn't?
He was. I guess he wasn't anymore.
And they kicked him out?
Yeah. The only real consent in all his foolishness is you. You are the new king of throwing a rock and hiding your hand. Hence, always these earth-shattering interviews with a mask on. Say it loud. You black and you proud, right? And yet so desperate for white acceptance. Just give us the music, bro, and close on time. This other stuff is tiring and the oxymoron with emphasis on the moronic. Wow. He said a whole bar. Once again, Artemis Gordon on point with this, because honestly, listen.
Another audible.
Y'all Kanye stands, I respect it, but it comes to a point where his theatrics is getting out of hand. It's been like that for a long ass time.
It's been like that.
It's tired.
It's been like that.
It's tired.
And what Kanye West is being known for is for shock value. What was made Ye so good was we got the music, then he started doing the fashion, and said, "Oh man, it's gonna be a great time."
And then come the mid tens, it just went downhill.
I would say when he started saying that I am a god.
No, so he said slavery was a choice.
No, before that, I am a god was before that.
Good
that
point.
was Jesus.
Yeah, you're right.
Students started talking about as soon as he started talking about I'm a god. That's when it went downhill from there.
Yeah, the downfall began.
She asked me what I was. I just told you what I was.
And the guy was selling Nazi T-shirts at Super Bowl. Who else sells Nazi T-shirts at Super Bowl? Like he spent $20 million on a Super Bowl commercial to sell Nazi tees on Shopify. You get taken down in less than an hour.
That's crazy.
And now he had a whole script for people who want to be his part of his angry boy crowd, or whatever it's called. And you got to fit a certain criteria. No fat boys, only black people, black skinheads. This and that. Like, wait, what?
Bro, like I said, and I was talking about this earlier. I was telling him earlier. I said he has a interview with academics a little over an hour long.
Yeah, right here. The one in Japan. Yeah.
And normally I would look forward to Kanye West interviews. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna tune in. I'm not gonna entertain it. More power to Act for getting that interview and helping him boost his streaming content, all that stuff. Cool. But I'm not interested, man, because my thing is just like, it's the thing is, one, I don't see where his end game is or where it's going. And
Because
two,
there isn't any.
And okay, fair enough. And two, my thing is like you're doing a whole bunch of things to be offensive. It's to the point where like we're just tuning you out. We don't care anymore. There's no point to it and stuff like that. There's no strategy behind it. You just doing a lot of things to gain attention. Now nobody cares. Everyone is as if Kanye is. It's like this is the field. No, everybody's the moon and Kanye's the dog barking, and we just don't care.
Yes,
we just do not care. Kanye, this is coming from a Kanye fan. If you ever hear this and stuff like that, we do not care. There are more important things going on than you and your antics right now. Yes, we've celebrated you, giving you roses for the music and great moments in hip hop. Great moments throughout, like my youth and all this other stuff. But we do not care, bro. I'm telling you this right now. We don't care. You can say all the crazy stuff you want about Kim, about Jay.
Literally, kids were retarded
and cross so many lines. But I'm telling you right now, we don't care.
I call him the black Azalea Banks at this point. The male Azalea Banks.
The male Azalea Banks.
That's all he's known for.
The only difference between those two is that Kanye's career far eclipses Azalea Banks.
Oh, well, question.
Azalea Banks has just been disrespectful to everybody that could help her, and she's closed her own doors way before she ever got anything popping. And she's actually really talented.
But in 2012, she was popping, and then after that, downhill.
Off the cliff.
But like, nah.
And
we knew it was over when she effed around and dug up a cat and ate it.
Ugh.
She did
that?
Yes.
She offended the UK market, particularly England, when she had that viral song 212 that popped up. I think it's called 212 back in the day, where like she like I think they at some point they scheduled her to go on tour over there, and this was like well after that song had popped off, and she was discrediting their music, their hip hop scene over there. She then called Zayn Malik a sand ninja and stuff like that.
Ooh.
She has been disrespectful across the board. And then remember the Russell Crowe situation with RZA? So many situations.
Oh, yeah. Because he accused him of saying the N-word?
Even if what she said was true, right?
Yeah.
We would never give you the benefit of the doubt. Because you just don't respect nobody.
I never see somebody. I don't know how the hell she's still relevant after killing her
Easy.
career. Shock value.
Social media.
Yeah. Just talk crazy.
Never died.
I can't believe she ate a cat. She is a witch.
Oh, hey, man,
I don't know about the cat stuff.
She did.
Crazy.
She's a witch. I mean, I'm not going to touch that vagina with a 10-foot pole. Witches' vaginas are cursed.
Guess what? Catch.
Nah, I'll dodge.
Hello, kitty.
Kitty. All right, y'all. This is On the Record Podcast. I am DJ Intence, your host, saying good night, goodbye. See you guys next week. Wisconsin, you got one job.
Tuesday, vote.
You got one job.
Anybody that Elon Musk supports, we vote against. Period. Anybody that's straight up out, take the money. I say go ahead and take the money. At the same time, vote against vote against them.
It's funny. I was having a discussion with one of my homies at the gym, and he was like, I voted for Trump too, but I made a mistake. I think that lady from Wisconsin got it. I said, I don't take nothing chance, bro. I don't. Now with these terrorists trying to hold on the fort for the next 4 years. As much they're trying to hold it down. All right, y'all. DJINTENCE. Father Pider on the record pod. See you guys next week. I'm out.
Deuces.
I am exhausted.
Peace.
Yeah.